Yeah, man.
I watched last night's NXT.
Yeah.
I saw enough of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do the usual thing. What I would do whenever y'all would talk about lucha, and just kind of. I don't know. Fucking yeah. I have no idea. I haven't watched. Just because. I don't know. I barely watched WWE.
Blame it on the kids.
Yeah. I got the gist of a couple things.
You know of what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
Man, to move this
Like a lot of the rumors and whatnot.
Rumors and whatnot. That'll be a great podcast episode.
So apparently that's some badass whiskey that he's got there.
Yeah.
Rye
Yeah.
whiskey, man. You don't fuck with that shit.
Oh, I need to call you a lift to go home.
Don't worry, man. He's got discount codes.
Ooh.
97.5. There it
Yeah.
is. See?
Wow.
Did your beard just get grayer after that sip?
It did. Some of that Coke. Fun episode. Are we live, pal?
Almost, yeah.
Houston Wrestling Radio. There you go.
My sources tell me Drew Brees will lead the peaceful march. Inviter.
What?
Inviter, Texas. He's gonna do
That's gonna be Elgin.
that. That's fucked up. I guess we're live. Let me know whenever you're done sharing it, and I'll just shut off of yours. Because I'm a lazy bastard. All right.
Is that our pregame?
Yeah, I guess. What episode number are we?
360.
360.
Hold on, let me get this recorder ready.
Oh, yeah. He's been recording a backup on his phone just in
For
case.
the podcast?
Yeah.
For the vocal?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, don't you need it also for your notes?
I got you, man.
You got the notes?
Yeah, I got the
All right.
notes.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Testicles 1, 2.
3?
Yes.
You should get that looked at. Yeah, 3.
I hear penicillin works.
That's what they say. The man wants you to think.
Okay.
Damn, there's Sparky.
Okay. I was trying. Oh, I thought you already did.
Now.
Okay. Live from the landing strip in Houston, Texas is the 360th edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Abel.
That's Arnold.
And that's Chris.
That's Chris.
That's
Yeah. Is that be that kind of night tonight, eh?
Why the fuck you
Blackened is the end.
throwing everybody off? Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. We are live on the YouTube, so if you're there already, thank you. Hi, welcome. Make sure that you log into your YouTube account. That way you could chit chat with us along the live chat. I'll take a look at it. I'll see it. I'll try to involve you as best as I can in the show. So feel free to ask questions, say hi, talk shit, fact check us, whatever. We're not gonna get mad if you fact check us.
You say fat chick.
Fat? Well, I'm already fat. If you're not watching this live, that's okay. You can still interact with us on Facebook, facebook.com/Houston Wrestling Radio. We also have a Twitter that we hardly ever use, H Wrestling Radio. There. Chris, Arnold,
Yes.
thank you for coming.
Thank you for
Good to see you.
having me.
Yes, good to see you, sir.
You're a wrestling podcast. You know, we normally talk wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But Transition King over here with the Texans jersey.
Hi-oh. Proudly wearing this motherfucker now.
We try watching wrestling to distract us from the COVID.
Yes.
And now we need an escape to distract us from the next wave of sickness, which is racism.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
What the fuck is going on out here, man? help the people that are watching. Help them understand.
Who wants to take this first?
Definitely not me.
Okay, I'll take this first. What's going on is something that may be quite a bit overdue. Like I can't even rattle off all the names of the folks that have been, beat or murdered by police over like the last couple of years, man. Like I can't name them all. I remember the guy that was selling cigarettes. I don't remember his name. The guy who was selling cigarettes that got choked out. The dude that was sitting in his car. I think his name was Philando. It's easy to remember his name because his name is kind of unique.
Yeah.
Philando Castillo. I remember him. The report of the man sitting in his own home eating ice cream, and the cops busted into the wrong home and shot him.
And killed his wife.
Yeah, and killed his wife too. Then there was another one with a lady more recently, same type of situation. The cops went into the wrong home. And George Floyd, dude from Houston, living up in Minneapolis for a little while. Now this happened where everybody saw it. The video has gone viral. I didn't want to watch the video, but I accidentally wound up watching the video.
Yeah.
Because it was just everywhere, right? It was kind of the same way for me with Philando Castillo. I didn't really want to see that, but I saw it.
You don't want to. I mean, I've been through some shit, so I really don't like seeing people as their life ends, like the seconds it's in, because it's just like it feels fucking weird.
Yeah,
looking at it and then looking at them not exist anymore, right?
Yeah.
So I always try not to watch this, and I was just, but this I literally could not avoid it because it was everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
and this was right off the heels off of Ahmaud Arbery.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That was videotaped too.
And is it Brandon Stafford?
Yeah,
Brandon Stafford. They broke in her house, no knock warrant, and then her dude got arrested for opening fire at these guys because they didn't make themselves clear that they were officers.
That they were police officers. Yeah.
And
there's all those last three that we just mentioned happened within a week of each other, or maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. Something like that. So it's like this shit should have been happening.
Yeah,
for a long while.
Addressed. It's just at this point, I just think with the culmination of this whole year so far, we're in fucking June, this whole year so far, that just, I mean,
and it's June, hurricane season just started.
Yeah, and we got one brewing in the Gulf already.
Your boy, Hurricane Cristobal. Mom would be proud and would beat the shit out of me for playing in the Gulf of Mexico.
Quit bringing all that water inside. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's sorry. It'll come back.
I couldn't. I ignored watching the video. I didn't watch the whole video. I saw stills. I mean, there's a reason why I'm not on the streets right now doing protests with these people, with everyone that's standing up for Black Lives Matter.
What's the reason?
I've been through some shit too. I've been in some places that I never thought I would grow up to be in. I can't pick. I mentioned this earlier. This isn't a Democrat or Republican because I was raised a Jehovah's Witness, apolitical. I've never voted. I don't even know if I'm registered to vote.
You're probably not.
So this isn't a political point.
That makes two of us.
This isn't a political stance. This is a humanitarian stance. It's inhumane what happened to him.
Yeah.
And I don't know, as more brawn than brains, or just stupid, or with whatever death wish I might have, I don't know if I would be standing there watching it happen.
Okay.
It takes one person for the tide to turn. It took one guy getting videotaped dying for everything to happen. Mm-hmm. When you lose the moral high ground to the Germans, you done fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I would have probably gotten shot and killed trying to stop that shit, because I've seen people die face to face, and I don't know if I could let myself watch it happen again.
You're not going to be the one standing there with the video.
I'm going to be running up.
Okay.
And if I run up, everybody else will be like, fuck this. Yeah. And enough people will also, it just takes one person to make that momentum. And I know if I wouldn't have got shot and killed, there would have been a GoFundMe full of bank to get me out for trying to do the right thing. I don't see police officers with a badge. I don't see skin color. They're at least 3 different races out of those 4 cops that are currently arrested. So this isn't, it's not, it might, on the surface, it's easy to say black versus white, but the problem is the police force is training,
racist versus everyone else.
Racist versus everyone,
yeah.
So,
and
I can't see myself being a bystander.
Police brutality, not against white cops.
Yeah.
Philando Castillo was murdered by Hispanic cops.
Yeah. So, it's police brutality.
It's police brutality. So, and it's not all cops. That's like like before they started getting way out of hand. I have a lot of cop friends. Like
I related to some.
So I'm just like, hey man, I'm not shitting on you, and I won't shit on you because if shit happens, you're the first person I'm gonna call. So I'm not gonna be that guy. But it's like, you know the ones that do. You know what I mean? So that's your job, and that's my point. Say, hey, police to police.
That's where I stand. Yeah. You know, like I don't know if I'm willing to say not all cops. You know, because like there should be other cops. There should be fucking internal investigator cops. That should be knocking this shit out, not after the fact, but the fact that there's this culture where it can actually happen. Mm-hmm. Arnold, how long did you and I work together? 7 years, right? 8 years or so. How much crazy, stupid ass shit did we see working retail, right?
So many.
How many times did you want to beat a customer's ass?
Every day.
How many times did you see me almost beat a customer's ass, or at least get my ass beat? Right? I almost got my ass whooped several times.
And he's closer to Gandhi than all of the rest of us.
Right. We never did it.
No.
We never fucking did it, even though we wanted to, and maybe sometimes we were justified to. Why? Because we were gonna lose our job.
Yeah.
We would have a hard time finding another job.
Fear of consequences.
We could get sued.
Mm-hmm.
We could be put in jail if we put our hands on a customer over some fucking couch or a TV, fridge or whatever, right? But the police don't have that.
No.
The police have a union where they watch each other's backs.
And and people that rat you out, they get kicked out.
You did something in Dallas? Okay, cool. You come over here to Philly. We don't want you to that happened in that state. That happened in that state. You know, they're not so like the culture of what they we could get away with this. Like, dude, if you allowed me to get in a fight with Lino Zamudio and I got my ass kicked, you remember that
outpost.
He don't watch this show. If you allowed me to do that.
I went to my sister-in-law's church in December.
Yeah.
He was there.
He was there.
I was like, I don't belong here. What the fuck are you doing here? But
if you witnessed it and we got in a fight, no matter who won, he probably would have kicked my ass. Yeah. No matter who won,
no probably about it. Yeah.
And then I got fired. Mm-hmm. But you, being my partner at work, you'd have my back, right?
For sure.
You'd have my back. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening with the cops. The cops are having each other back, even if the dumbass cop in this scenario, dumbass Abel, talked shit to a dude. Arnold got my back. Why? Because Arnold's my boy.
Yeah.
Arnold's my partner. Mm-hmm. So if me, Abel, a cop, beat somebody and I get fired or I get suspended or leave without pay or leave with pay.
Or move to Rent-A-Center and they don't know what you did.
Exactly.
Arnold, you still going to have my back. Yeah. And that's exactly what's happened over years. Because if this happened one time 3 years ago, well, Abel got away with it that time. Well, or Abel's like, oh man, I know I got Arnold behind me. Last time we were able to do this, let's rough this motherfucker up. Mm-hmm. And then it happens again. And then
word gets out.
Or we get another coworker. And now it's Abel, Arnold, and Joe Blow.
Yeah.
And Abel, Arnold, Joe Blow, they all have it. And then it just keeps going. So the next thing you know, after fucking centuries, the entire fucking police force of the entire fucking country has got each other's backs and hush shit. So, okay, maybe you got in a fight, you weren't supposed to, okay. But what if you took somebody's eyesight? What if you broke somebody's bones? What if you put somebody in a wheelchair? What if you killed somebody? That's what's happening here. How far does it go? How far does it go?
Oh, now it's being taped. Oh, now you got witnesses.
Oh, well,
and it's still nothing.
No.
Still people walking. The cop in Dallas.
Michael Brown happened in 2014. It's 2020 and it's still shit.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable, which is what the march was for. Not so much. I mean, the riots happen. You know what I mean? Like,
there's gonna be opportunistic folk.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to pay $200 for a Lego set.
Yeah.
that dude stealing the Lego.
I don't love, but I noticed because somebody said it on TV. After I said hey, somebody else besides me noticing it. The people that are starting and are getting a lot of camera time about these riots, they don't look like us three. No. So I'm just like, it's the conspiracy theorist in me has like, oh man, someone's going in there and like trying to incite things.
They're inciting it.
Fucking dude. This shit is so much like we could have literally 3 podcasts about this topic. You know what I mean?
Probably so. Yeah.
It goes off and
I got enough alcohol.
Yeah, and then the thing about it is, it's like we were reaching a point where no one wins. But now I want to say there's hope on the horizon. We might reach a point where someone wins. You know, whether obviously none of this winning will get the life that was lost back.
Right.
I'll put you on the spot.
But vengeance.
What do you call victory?
Vengeance. Persecution and all for sure. The one officer done. The other ones charges, which they already got charged. But like I'm talking about full extent of the law, whatever. At the most, they can be punished for what they did. They should be. In this case alone. After that, reform. After that, you have to have policy changes. You have to have certain laws that only apply to
you can't have this shit happening every month.
You have to have
every
change,
2 weeks.
Just a change. I am not educated enough to say this is exactly what we need. These bylaws. These is not. I'm not. I'm a fucking unemployed dude. I'm an unemployed 32-year-old at home. You know what I mean? When they watch his wrestling.
And a shitty teacher.
Yeah. I thought I almost failed pre-K. It's me. And so I ain't nobody to you know what I mean, to say this is what we should do. I am a human being, so I have the right to give my opinion, and that's my opinion.
The registered voter says this. You're running out of time. You need to go register to vote before the 15th of this month, which elections will be the 15th of next
primaries,
month.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
You need to get up off your ass and do it. I'm telling this to you too. Because you're talking about reform.
Douche, turd sandwich.
Well, I get it. I get when you're talking about that, about the big race.
Clayton won the popular vote. We still got a flaming hot Cheeto in the office.
I understand. And we're talking about the big one, right?
Yeah.
The big one.
But the ones that matter most to us.
Yeah. The little ones,
Yeah.
Like I'm going to be honest. Going to be 100% honest here. I don't really know Art Acevedo. I didn't really know who he was up until maybe about 2-3 weeks ago. Police chief of Houston, right?
Mm-hmm.
I voted for him. I think I did one time, but that's because
he can vote.
Because I can vote. Because I was like, all right, whatever. Yeah, that's just whatever. I don't know anything about him.
He didn't sound white.
But now it's like, all right, I'm putting him under a little more scrutiny. Some of the stuff he said, him marching with the folk, I was like, all right, maybe he's cool. But then on the same fucking day, here in Houston, his police force had a mounted police officer run over a girl for no reason, unprovoked. Yeah. Then there was several tear gas
that protest. Like it was peaceful until he says it was a naked dude that was running around, so that's why the cops were
right.
Yeah, but I mean, come on.
And then all these folks that were still arrested. There was a ton of people that were arrested. My former boss, one of my coworkers over at Lyft, my former boss, he's been out there every day in the protests, and he straight up said our group got tear gassed. And when he's telling me this is a guy I trust, a guy I know. Yeah, it was unprovoked.
Yeah,
okay, I believe.
Have you seen the size of rubber bullets?
Yeah, those fuckers are huge. So man, this is getting out of control on both sides. And when I say both sides, I mean like on the side of the protesters, the folks that aren't protesting, the folks that are under the guise of protesting who are being opportunistic to steal whatever they want to steal. Those folks are making it bad for everybody else.
The people that are on top of metros doing this instead of, you know what I mean? They're doing it for themselves, not for the cause.
Yeah.
Again, I am no one to tell anybody how to protest. But I'm just saying, like, I observe it. I'm just like,
I also
devil's
understand.
advocate, they had their chance.
Who had their chance? What do you mean?
We had Colin Kaepernick do it the right way.
Yeah.
Oh,
we had
there you go.
protesters on the street doing it the right way.
Yes.
We had people on TV doing it the right way. We had actors on award shows doing it the right way. No, you can't do that. No, not like that. No, not like that.
Colin Kaepernick literally took a knee because Nick Boyer of Green Beret, military person, told him, here's a respectful way to do it. What did we hear? Oh, you're disrespecting the flag. He literally
got the advice from one of you.
Military person. Not somebody who just loves their country. An actual person who served the country. But he's disrespecting the flag. And the little song that you sing at the beginning of it, too.
Yeah. And I'm going to bring all this, like, big picture down into the small picture, coming back right around to you, Chris.
Oh, fuck.
You said that if you were standing there on that street corner and you saw Mr. Floyd getting killed, you said you would be the type.
I'd stop it at any cost, even if it was me.
Which means getting physical, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that right there is okay, but it's not okay for an entire group to get physical against the police. If you're willing to go up against 2 or 3
or
4, then what's the difference between 100 versus 200 or 300?
Yeah,
getting physical. I mean, I understand that there's a difference between instigating. There's a difference between planning. There's a difference between
it's not anarchist groups, bro.
Yeah.
You mean anarchists have a group? They assemble. That defeats the whole fucking purpose
of the word.
But I mean, if shit gets out of hand and if shit gets to the point where you got to get physical, okay, great. I'm not gonna look down on these folks and say, oh, well, they're getting physical.
I teeter-totter is I have people again. I think about like my friend, and I think about my friend's wife and kids. Thinking about, damn, is Daddy gonna come home tonight? Daddy was off, but they called him in to
defriend us a cop.
Yes, but Daddy was off, but he has to go stand in the line and get shit from people who don't like him, but who don't know him.
Here's
always on both sides.
The rebuttal.
But
there's enough police around the country that are taking the knee. Mm-hmm. There are enough police in the country that are walking with everybody else,
putting their shields down.
They have their own and the batons. They have their own choice, and enough of his brethren make the same choice. Not only is he making the right one, he gets to go home with his family, just like you get to go home with your family. If they're the ones that make the decision to pull the trigger, I got bosses that tell me that I should break rules every other day. But then if I break it, I still get fired and they still keep their job.
Oh, shit.
So in the end,
there's a reason I don't have a job.
In the end, it's everything you do, no matter what step of the corporate or ladder you're on, you will always have final say on what you say or do.
And this is where I'm going to bring Arnold in as an example. You could fucking lose your job and you're all right.
Not only that, damn fucker almost made more than I did.
So, I mean, if
I didn't fire me.
I mean, would you rather lose your job for no fucking reason or because you did something stupid? Or would you rather lose your job for doing the right thing?
Yeah. Full circle. I'm damn proud of why I lost my job.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much. I was rising against in a very much lower form. I was rising against. We got deemed a what was the word that was going essential business? And I was like, fuck that.
We're not. Y'all not essential.
And I got fired.
yeah, y'all ain't essential. You were kind of doing the right thing. So and the other point to that, the other rebuttal to that, the one I was going to bring up is that they are grossly overpowered. Yeah. So like
over militarized. I didn't think a cop would have the Humvees, the tanks, not the tanks, but like the big 4-wheelers. And
my friend showed
their weaponry
of like this freaking trained fighter subduing the situation unarmed of a person who was armed, and he said,
got jumped.
Yeah, and if these people who are trained combat fighters can subdue a suspect
without
weaponry, so can you.
Yeah.
So it's like I get it, man.
Yeah,
but he could have aimed for the shoulder. Mm-hmm. He could have at least aimed for the back.
Yeah.
He could have aimed for the thigh. Bro would have still gone home.
He would have
still been able to call his mama.
Yeah. Right. I've been thrown up against a fence by a cop for walking down the street. I shit you not. For walking down the street at the wrong time. Mm-hmm. At the wrong time, they were doing a raid. I was walking 5 feet away from the house. Me and my white friend, both of us got thrown by cops in masks. There was
a SWAT team.
Yeah, a SWAT team. Yeah. They threw me against the wall. I was like, dude, my mom was 2 houses down outside looking at it happen. She was just like, you better not say shit on it. I was 13.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just was at the wrong place at the wrong time, and I had an overzealous cop just fucking reaching in my fucking grab whatever little twig and berries I had down there. He squeezed them. I was like, how is this part of a search?
That day you became a man.
Yeah. Coincidentally, they dropped later on.
Yeah.
But I was like,
the charges or the balls?
Both. Yeah, I mean, again, I've been at the wrong place at the wrong time, wrong side of the law, right side of the law. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get it. I totally understand. Not totally. I understand parts of both sides. So that's why I'm just like, fuck. I'm with my my people, and I'm with the people that are being.
Yeah. Now I promise you, we're gonna circle this all back around to wrestling.
Yeah. Oh, we can right now if you want.
Not yet.
Okay.
Because there's one other point that I really want to make about this right now. This week, the past week, or whatever, all of this has been focused on the justice part of it, on the first phase of where justice should be served, which is the people that commit the crime should be arrested.
Yes.
What's the second phase of that? The people that committed the crime suspected to commit the crime needs to face a fair and impartial trial. And that's where the rest of the corruption, the systematic racism,
hung juries,
will
deadlocked.
Yeah, exactly. Because what can you imagine?
The cop at Denny's that choked out the dude to death.
Right.
The first one was a fucking
mistrial. Yeah. So like now,
imagine how pissed people are going to be when none of those face jail time.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
That's when the world goes to shit.
Yeah, that's why people are still protesting, even though everybody's done arrested.
This isn't
because it's not about one case. Because it's still Brianna. I forgive me if I'm mispronouncing her name.
Yeah. No, I keep misremembering is the last thing. That's all uninformed, or not even informed, just overwhelmed. I've been. You know what I mean? And it was Brianna.
If you want to invoke Cody Rhodes, this isn't just about the dead. It's about the living. Because if this doesn't get fixed, there's going to be more that are going to end up the same way that everybody in the past ended up as. No change, no reform, no dick, nothing.
Yeah.
So that's why this is still going. Like we're not even in the first step on the road to redemption here.
Yeah.
So we're everyone.
Right.
Again, Germany, Canada, United Kingdom, Britain, the whole world is in agreement. People here done fucked up. Yeah. Leadership here done fucked up. The system here done fucked up, and nobody wants it anymore.
Yeah. So I guess the point I was going to make is that it's not just the police force; it's the entire criminal system, the justice system. Because once you get past the police, if you live long enough to make it past the police, you're not necessarily guaranteed justice, because even the court system right now is just so skewed to where folks of color don't get justice the way they should. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be the interesting thing. These cops are arrested. Are they going to stand trial? Is the trial going to happen? Because remember OJ. Now, we can all have our opinions as to whether or not OJ did or didn't do it. But when you look at OJ, there was protests. There were people cheering him on when he was in the van. But there was protests and people cheering him on or booing him down when the court case was happening, and when the verdict happened, and then when the fucking civil suit happened. That shit didn't end. This shit isn't going to end either. That's all I'm saying. Now, to tie it to wrestling, did y'all see what The Rock did today?
No.
Oh no, we're not done. We're not bringing in the happies yet.
Oh, not Dwayne Johnson.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay. Are you gonna bring in that fucking Forgotten Son yet?
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
So I have to give Drew Brees the benefit of the doubt. Because Drew Brees weathered Katrina with a majority black city in New Orleans and brought them a fucking Super Bowl win.
Purposely chose New Orleans.
So, and was very philanthropic.
So whatever comment he made, he's impassioned enough for his reason because he has family.
And he has opinion.
So as narrow-minded as that is, that he's just worried about himself, his opinion, his family, instead of looking at the big picture that everybody else has families and they were all different colors fighting in all these different wars. Like, I got family of mine too.
Me too.
You know, so
I'm fresh off the boat. I'm
giving Breeze a little bit of the benefit of the doubt.
First generation American. I don't got.
I'm giving Breeze a little bit of benefit of the doubt here. I think he's earned it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck Jackson Riker was going off on Twitter that his own tag team partner was like, nah, fool.
His sister said no.
His tag team partner, nah, fool.
He tried to tie it into his character.
Yeah, that won't work. That ain't gonna work.
No. I told y'all this weeks ago. Oh wow, why I don't like the Forgotten Sons. So like I don't like the idea. I don't like anything about them.
Yeah.
Even when they were just trying this gimmick out, when Lacey Evans was the original part of their faction. They were all, America.
Yeah.
They were the MAGA group. You know what I mean? I was just like, it didn't work with Dijakovic. Do not do it with them.
Oh, it did not work with Dijakovic.
Hell no.
I forgot about Dijakovic.
I'll never forget. So
never forget.
So I was just like, I already kind of have a weird feeling about the dude to begin with. And now I'm just like, that just drove it home. And that sucks for the other guys. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's why I always say what you say. Like I was in a band for a few years. I was told, and now looking back in retrospect, I see why, and I see many people do the same mistakes. When you're in a band and you post it on Facebook, you represent that band.
The entire band.
The entire band.
Yeah.
So if you don't care about the consequences, that's fine. But your bass player, your guitar player, your drummer, they care. Your tag team partner cares because if the Forgotten Sons get dropped, you're not the only one that got dropped. They got dropped.
Yeah.
Their push gets killed. They're in a title feud with the New Day right now. I don't think they're gonna win
with
that.
the New Day.
Just
You're telling me Big E isn't gonna throw a little potatoes your way?
Yeah.
If Big E has enough testes to stand up to fucking Hulk Hogan, what the fuck do you think he's gonna do to a couple of MAGA chuds?
Their next match is gonna be more edited than a fucking Nia Jax Kairi Sane match. Oh my god! But yeah, just shut up. just like man, that was just like wow. Kevin Owens owned his ass on
he did.
On everyone else did. It's just like, dude, no one's telling him that you can't have that opinion, and no one's even telling him like not to stick up for what he believes in. But the fact that he tried to like, you know, I think what made it worse is that he tried to like chime in to his character. He tried to use that.
Yeah, he tried to use his little shitty catchphrase.
Because hey, freedom of speech, bro.
Right.
We get it. The reason why people are protesting, why they have the right to protest, is for the same reason why the other people are, you know, on the other side of it. It's the freedom.
You're not free of consequence, though.
It's freedom. Whether we like to admit it or not, this great country lets us do this shit. You know what I mean? Try doing that shit elsewhere. Ain't gonna happen. But regardless of the point, you just gotta think a little bit, man. And just trust me, coming from a guy who doesn't think before he speaks.
And that bleeds into the other stop on our field trip.
All right.
It's one thing to have an opinion. People might not agree with it. The conversation might not be comfortable, but if you want to find a resolution, sometimes you gotta deal with the awkwardness and push through.
True. True.
There's nothing wrong with constructive criticism or an open dialogue, regardless of how coarse the conversation might be.
Yes.
It's something completely fucking different when you're bullying somebody online to the point that they kill themselves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I see where we're going. Yeah. Go ahead.
Hana Kimura. 22-year-old from Stardom in Japan.
Beloved.
There's Daryl's a Torrance House. It's like a Japanese version of Big Brother that's on Netflix.
Yeah.
She got bullied online, cyberbullied for some stuff, and she wound up posting some pictures on her Twitter of her wrists already cut and bleeding, and kind of like her own little eulogy to her fans and her friends and her family, you know, and watching. It kind of was a little hard watching Io wrestle on NXT, especially after Morrow dropping the little thanks and Io and
Kyrie. Dude, Kyrie tried to stop it.
Yeah,
but it was too late.
Yeah, and so it's unsettling.
It is.
Yeah.
There's two ways to look at this. There's that it fucking sucks what happened. It I mean, a life loss is never to play with, you know what I mean? As someone who's had suicide around them a lot, it fucking sucks. That being said, we are just as guilty as the people that caused her to do what she did, because we're the type of people that shit on Nia Jax because she's terrible. She needs to retire. She needs to do this and that. We're the type of guys that stop pushing Roman Reigns. Jesus Christ, I'm tired of it. You know what I mean? It's fucking us too.
We provide constructive criticism because we point out the mistakes and what it is. That's not us saying, oh, Nia the fat bitch needs to rot in hell like her fucking. No, we don't go that far. There's a difference between being constructive on whatever people do and just coming from an angry place.
I think he means
wishing them to die.
As in the IWC.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean.
I mean, Twitter. I don't have a Twitter anymore for a multitude of reasons, but a good chunk of the reason is I can't stand that negativity. Like, dude, you can't post anything without like
somebody. What about me? What? Nah.
And not even then. Like, just like spineless people behind a keyboard just telling you to kill yourself. You know, and just like Nia Jax again. I get it, dude. She sucks as a fucking wrestler. You know what I mean? She was put. You know, I have my opinion of what I think, you know,
she doesn't belong in the business she's in right now.
No,
that's constructive criticism.
Yeah, but
wishing her death?
No,
fuck no, dude.
No.
That's
just
that's
like
a level that
we all ate humble pie. Whenever we were all like, "Damn, we feel like shit." When Roman Reigns announced that he had cancer, we were like, and we kind of feel bad about talking shit about him for a couple of years in the past. But we never said, "I hope you get cancer." You know what I mean?
Yes and no on that because I did say that like I didn't like the way he was getting pushed
as a character on
as
television,
a character,
not as a human being,
I've
not
always
as a
said,
father, not as a son.
I've always said I wanted to like Roman Reigns, but the way they used him is bad.
Charlotte Flair,
you
best wrestler on the fucking on the roster, probably. But the way she's shoved down our throats, we're like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean she's a bad person in real life.
So Hector, what's up, bro? Thank you for being on the live chat. Our other sometimes co-host,
Hermano.
Got some for you.
Yeah, man. He says it's good that New Japan is doing a change with cyberbullying. They went ahead and set up a meeting with the Japanese government regarding the subject.
Good.
So they're going to be doing something about it, which is
there should be consequences to actions. Much like our first topic, there should be consequences to actions. Just because it's like it's not cool, man. Like it was a sweet, beautiful girl that just like isn't here anymore because of assholes.
Yeah.
And if she comes from the same place as Io, as Asuka, as Kairi, Sumi Sakai, you know, then you know how good she would have ended up if she would have had the spotlight to be in a place like ours, you know?
Yeah. So, I mean,
it really, really sucks. And you know, here's the other part that kind of sucks about it. This is purely personal. I didn't know who the fuck she was until she died.
Same. And like
that
of course,
sucks.
The people who know their shit are always gonna be people that know their shit, and that's fine. But regardless, I mean, like how they say when somebody said, like I said at a funeral, man, this person was a great football player, but he was a better person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of how, in the same vein as far as that girl. I never saw her matches, but just from when I've seen, oh man, a fucking wrestler, I can't remember his name. He shared a story. He just said he was a I don't know if it was exactly, it was somebody who shared a story.
Brody King.
No. It was somebody.
What's the story? Maybe
Kevin Owens.
So he was at a wrestling show, and she just walked up to him, and he was watching some dumb video on his phone, and she was just like put her head on his shoulder, and they were watching, and he was like, it was some dumb shit, and then when it was over, she was just like, what? She's like,
they were both at Madison Square Garden.
She was like, I don't understand it. She's like, then why'd you watch it? Because I wanted to spend time with you. I was like, that's fucking awesome.
And they both ended up at Madison Square Garden for the G1 show. I think it was Brody King.
It was in the G1 thing, but
it was Brody King.
Yeah,
I saw the picture.
Okay. I was like, wow, dude, that's
I think you catch some of her training on the Wrestlers episode where they do the episode on the Stardom in Japan and on the girls trying out the women wrestling in Japan. I think she pops up for a little bit on that episode. Yeah, but I hadn't gotten a chance to watch her wrestle either.
So. Hector's providing some context since he's our New Japan guy. He says that she was slated to be the new face of Stardom, and she was one of 4 women to ever step in a Wrestle Kingdom ring.
This last Wrestle Kingdom, before this last Wrestle Kingdom was they announced the partnership because Bushiroad, the company that owns New Japan, also bought Stardom. Yeah. And this was the first time at a Wrestle Kingdom that there was it was a 2-on-2 women's tag match, and it was a dark match for Wrestle Kingdom, and she was one of the wrestlers. And this was this last Wrestle Kingdom that happened in January.
Young, 22.
Yeah, she was young, yeah. And you know, I just kind of want to say this about it. I think a lot of this just comes from people just being short-sighted and not insightful. And not cordial with each other. You know, like if you don't like what she did, because apparently what sparked all this was the thing that she was on some reality show and she did something stupid on the reality show and people took it way too far, right?
Yeah.
Like if people were just nicer to people and more respectful to people,
or mind your own fucking business,
right? Like we can have disagreements. We can not see eye to eye. We could be on completely different sides of the aisle, right? But as if we're not like being,
I acknowledge your existence and your right to exist, just like you acknowledge my right to exist.
Yeah, and you have the right,
and that's enough.
And you have the right to be wrong.
Yeah,
and we have the right to criticize. But like when everything is just like face value, everything is just a headline, and you don't really like delve deep and look into shit, you get stuff where Drew Brees, who's a great guy, who's built up great equity, who you want to give a little bit of benefit of the doubt to, winds up saying some really, really stupid shit that he didn't really think about.
Once,
right. But it was still really stupid shit because the question that he was asked wasn't, well, what was your thoughts of Cap kneeling? Yeah. Right? That wasn't the question. That's the question he answered, and he answered it in a way that might have been okay 5 years ago, but definitely not okay right now. Because, like,
the question he was asked was, given everything that's what's going on, do you think there's going to be people protesting, players going to be protesting next season? So yes and no, that's what he was asked. He had answered the question that he was asked. A smarter person would have said, like, I don't talk about that. Or like, hey,
my family, my family.
Whether I agree
what the flag means to my family. And that right there exposed a little bit of ignorance. And I'm not saying ignorance as an insult that people use it now. Ignorance as in a piece of information that is unknown to you. And a piece of information that was unknown to him that was revealed by what he said is that he didn't really understand the difference between All Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter and why Cap did what he did. It was just, oh, well, the flag means something to me, so when you do that, you're disrespecting the flag, and then you're disrespecting America.
And my family.
Yeah, and that's not the case. Yeah. You know, it goes a lot deeper, but if you pause and you give thought, you have 2 ears and one mouth. Funny for us to say, but still.
And one asshole. Shit comes out either end.
What? But, and I'm sorry if we're going back to the Black Lives Matter thing, but I think the point is being more respectful, being slower to comment. Again, funny coming from us, where our show's all about commentary.
Yeah, wait till the next 30 minutes.
If we were more careful with what our words were, if we were more careful with how we judge things, then this would alleviate a lot of ills. You know.
So what did The Rock do?
So The Rock pretty much called out our leader for not being a leader.
Hey, this isn't news though, right? Hasn't it been like speculated for a while that The Rock's been thinking about running for office? Well, if this fucker can do it,
the problem
anybody can do it.
Yes, the problem is The Rock is a Republican. So The Rock would have to, wait till next election to go to run.
Well, it remains to be seen because he hasn't actually ran for any office.
And Donald Trump, 4 Fast and Furious movies he has to do.
Donald Trump said a long time ago that he was a Democrat, but that if he ever ran, he would run as a Republican. And that's exactly what he did. So who knows what will happen with The Rock. But what happened today, or was it yesterday? The Rock basically cut an 8-minute really slow promo. Like it wasn't a Rudy Poo Candy Ass Jabroni promo, but it was an 8-minute promo of where's our leader? And it was pretty powerful.
Literally,
like he saw an episode of Unsolved Mysteries and turned all the lights off.
Hunker down was the exact word.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers said it best. What did Aaron Rodgers say?
What did Aaron
Rodgers say?
She said it beautifully. I'm not gonna quote word for word, but like he just basically said,
"Yo, mama."
Yeah, that it's like it's up to us. Like he took so much ownership over the whole situation. He worded everything beautifully.
You're looking for it.
I'm looking for it.
But while we wait, I lost my train of thought.
The Rock.
Yeah, so The Rock said some stuff. It was cool. I mean, I don't know that there's really much more to say about that. Apparently, Bill O'Brien had some good stuff to say as well.
Great stuff.
And DW4, he was actually at the protest.
He was at the protest
and Andre.
on Tuesday.
I'm wearing the fucking jersey.
And Andre Johnson was there too.
Aaron Rodgers said he posted a picture of one in 2017. Every single team knelt and locked arms because at the time the owner of our football teams made a comment about we can't let the prisoners
run the asylum.
Yeah. No, the prisoners run the prison. That's exactly.
No, he said asylum.
No, he said prison. He meant to say asylum, but he said prison. That's what everybody took in the wrong.
Okay.
Yeah. So he said a few years ago we were criticized.
Inmates run the prison.
Yeah. We were criticized for locking arms in solidarity before the game. It has never been about the anthem or a flag. Not then, not now. Listen with an open heart. Let's educate ourselves and then turn word and thought into action. Basically saying like, dude, it's not, and you know that it's not. I was watching I'm a big Pat McAfee fan. As a Texan fan, I hated Pat McAfee when he was a player, because he's a Colt. But
he has a personality.
I fucking love Pat McAfee. So
because he wore shorts with a suit and tie, right?
Yes. But he was saying like, I watched the Pat McAfee show. So he was saying about it. It was kind of like, dude, Drew Brees, he was part of these. He was still in the league. Pat McAfee was still in the league when this shit happened, the protest. Yeah. He said Colin Kaepernick did what he did, and then afterwards he didn't help the situation by wearing fucking Che Guevara shirts and say like pig shirts and like this dumb like he was a moron, you know. But he did one good thing. After that, before and after, Colin Kaepernick's a fucking idiot. Like if just
I don't know if I go that far.
Watch the tweet he said about when Houston had their fucking flood.
Okay.
Just look up Houston flood, Colin Kaepernick, fucking moron. Anyway, what he was saying is like during that whole time, there was conversations inside of every locker room, and everyone was a part of them. Like, dude, everyone knows it's not about the flag. It's not just red flag. This is why we're doing it. This is what we're doing it. So Drew Brees was educated enough to know this, but he still said what he said.
Yeah.
It was just dude, they put him on the spot, and when you're put on the spot on his monologue, the first thing that comes out of your mouth is the truth.
It's unfiltered. Yeah.
Unfiltered. So he said what he said.
Yeah.
In other times, he'll say what he thinks is right, the PC thing to say. But when you're unfiltered, you say what you mean.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. By the way, in 2015, Houston flooded, and he used a picture of the Houston flood and saying, "I warned you." So the about his comeback, it was like the 7 signs, the 7 floods, and it was
what?
Yeah, fucking idiot. Fuck Colin Kaepernick. Anyway, yeah.
Hector says, "Welcome to Sports Talk HWR."
Football. One word to summarize: spring stampede.
Wild.
Stadium stampede.
Stadium stampede. Okay, yeah, wild is one. Fun. I thought it was fun. What about you? Conflicting.
Yes.
All right, Arnold. You said before the show that when we start talking about AEW, you're going to kind of dip out.
Homer Simpson.
Did you at least watch that?
I watched.
Well, okay, at least talk about that.
It was fucking entertaining.
Then you could dip out.
Yeah, it was entertaining. More and more, I love Sammy Guevara.
Sammy Guevara is so
everything
amazing.
He does is just fucking cool. Doesn't hurt that he's from here. You know?
Oh yeah, doesn't hurt at all.
It's like fucking, we love him. You know, he's a local legend, pretty much. You know, and but just the fact when Hangman Page showed up in a horse, and he just freaking he chased him on. Just everything else. The match was just like everything. It was done so well. They used literally. We talked about this too. Like they used their resource.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, they used what was around. You know, and it was great. It was. It was entertaining, man. Yeah, that's.
This match. And basically all of AEW and all the shit that I've seen with Tony Khan and Tony Khan banning Linda Hogan and like all this shit has made me wish that the Jags weren't in the same division as the Texans because I would totally like cheer for them as my backup team.
Hey, you can always cheer for Fulham Football Club.
For who?
Fulham Football Club.
What's that?
That's a soccer team in the Premier League. The Cons own that.
Fuck out of here.
You know, want to be Mr. Righteous, though. The Cons were just part of a list that donated to Trump on Monday.
Oh, no. Never mind.
So was Vince McMahon. So it's, you know.
Yeah, it's Vince's. He's in Vince's Hall of Fame. So what the fuck? Conflicting.
Why is it conflicting?
It's one of my matches of the week. I'm still trying to whittle it down. It's on the vein of Moxley versus Joey Janela, where, all right, ladies and gentlemen, you just saw the main event. The lights are going to go down. When they go back on, we're going to have your unsanctioned match. And we're going to give you Moxley versus Janela.
Does Moxley have any sanctioned matches going?
So
they're all unsanctioned.
So those 40,
he's not really signed to AEW.
He's not. He's a fucking vigilante.
Those 40 minutes were awesome as fuck.
Okay.
With that being said, where does those 40 minutes fit in a wrestling promotion that touted records, seriousness, professional sports? Where do those 40 minutes tie into what AEW was sold to me from the beginning?
Well, I would assume that it did affect their records. So that's one thing, one aspect of it. I do see your
that's
criticism.
my nit to pick.
That's
what weighs this. That's what's balancing
like
the scale.
You wouldn't put the Boneyard match in matches of the year.
Well, and that's the other part that's conflicting. So far, my personal matches of the year involve the Firefly Funhouse, the Boneyard match. Spring Stampede, the Fight Pit from NXT with Riddle and Thatcher.
Fucking match was
It's because so far this year with COVID,
have y'all done an episode since?
No,
this is it.
We're gonna talk about
this is it. So far, the year of COVID, my match of the years almost have nothing to do with actual pro wrestling.
Traditional.
It's traditional Jim Cornette fucking pro wrestling.
Yeah.
It's been like the future of whatever sports entertainment is, and not pro wrestling, but sports entertainment.
Yeah.
And that's where I would classify Stadium Stampede. But my nit to pick is, where does that go when you have horses and Vanguard 1
And cheerleaders
and the 100-yard rolling suplex after a heavyweight title match and crowning your television champion?
TNT.
Yeah.
24/7.
Where does that go?
The red 24/7.
Like, where does that go? Like, 30 seconds. Just like that other pay-per-view. We would have had fucking Dasha. Congratulations. Thank you for watching our event. It's officially over.
Say that name again.
Dasha. The lights are going to go out, and as soon as the lights go on, here's your 40-minute Marvel end credit scene. And it's that fucking match. That's all I needed. But if you're going to put that on the same breath as legit sport, you know, that's like UFC suddenly having a wrestling match, a WWE match, like at the very end. Like, it doesn't, one of these things is not like the other. One of these things is weird.
But see,
Well,
you have to understand,
Chris,
we're on season 2020 of Earth right now. So
true.
This is not.
We're all about to die in another 3 months
Yeah,
anyway.
The dinosaurs are coming in November,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that was the mid-season
But-
finale of.
Again, this is on my match of the week list. I'm trying to figure out which I want to nominate.
Chris.
We have to
Then-
suspend,
then we-
just,
no, no, no.
suspend belief.
Here's what I have to rebut.
Card.
Did you come here to drink, or did you come here to fight?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Both, right?
Why not both?
Why not both? Okay,
I fucking
That's-
love that spot too.
that's where I am with this match.
Yeah, I feel you.
I see your criticism and I poo-poo it. I don't give a goddamn flying fuck shit at all.
Okay.
So far, for me, this has been the best, whatever you want to call it, gimmick out there, evolution of wrestling, whatever you want to call it, match between both companies the entire year. This is better
Match of
than
the week?
No.
okay.
Oh! What's your rebuttal then, Nagas?
Oh no, no rebuttal for the match. For it being match of the week.
Yeah. What's your match of the week?
Give me a second.
Clickety click click clickety
Yeah.
click.
Well, while he's
Oh,
trying to
no. Abel,
Okay.
call me.
call you,
Call me.
okay, all right.
Let me guess.
All right, I'm about to call him. Hold on. I need to pull up my contacts.
I'm surprised
Oh,
why. I'm
the
surprised
first
the Undisputed Era theme hasn't been echoing through downtown Houston.
You're not the first contact. All right, it's calling.
Just dance. Just. So you got the fight pit. Gush over the fight pit.
I'm still saved as Vantage in your phone.
It's just Abel Vantage, you know.
Apparently
I
you-
saved your phone number 9 years ago, like this week.
Yeah. Vantage.
That match was fucking bananas. They stopped it halfway because the dude's teeth fell out.
He had a couple of false,
That was really cool.
falsies,
Yeah.
but still,
It doesn't matter.
he should have kept bleeding.
Dude.
That's the only takeaway. Like, you should have kept going. But
Yeah.
falsies was not, dude. The Showtime kick.
That
Woo.
Showtime.
Do you understand the
kick.
reference?
No.
So
WEC.
Showtime Anthony Pettis knocked
Before
the guy
UFC.
out in an MMA match because he did that bounce off the cage into a spinning roundhouse.
Oh, I didn't
and
know
knocked
that.
the guy out in an MMA fight,
Yeah.
and that's Matt Riddle's tribute to
Yeah,
Showtime Pettis.
Okay.
So he did that
This
kick.
was before. It was UFC. It was before UFC. It was WEC.
Yeah,
It was back in the day. It was Pride WEC.
it's the lightweights,
Yeah.
the featherweights.
No. It was a whole different company before UFC. There were actual cage, it was cage fighting.
Mhm.
But it was Anthony Pettis. He basically when you saw the kick,
Yeah.
he fucking
Ran up,
used
bounced.
the fin, bam! I was like, oh, back then it was like, holy
And that's
shit.
what knocked out Fool's teeth, right? That's your teeth.
And I was just like, when I did it, I was like, oh man! And just like the whole match when they went out, it was the Lions Den match and a Hell in a Cell match and a cage match and a wrestling match at the same goddamn time.
That's the part that I was struggling with, because if it's like a pit fight with two former either like bare knuckle brawlers or MMA fighters, I wasn't expecting them to do WWE shit on the top.
That's why I love it so much. That's what
threw me off.
That's what
but they won me back. While they were on there, they won me back a little bit.
I agree with you, Arnold, on there that it was different, and I like the fact that they included all that stuff on there.
Yeah.
The reason why it's not my pick
is
because no.
Good. I think the right person won.
Right person.
The reason why it's not my pick is because it was submission or knockout, which in WWE means a near fall is a 9. Fuck! I was on board. I liked it. I was really going where I was going with this match. They were at the top. They jumped in. He did the rolling thing and then hit him. We're like, oh, fuck, this is cool. And then one. Oh, fuck, I'm going to have to wait here.
Once I saw the first count, I was like, this disqualifies for 8.
And it was Kurt Angle counting, too. So
furloughed Angle.
And so it was like 1 was really 3. Like, 2 was really 6.
But the ending redeemed it, because the ending, he didn't count to 10. He was like, oh shit.
Very true.
He's turning he's turning Lesnar shade of purple.
Which is what they should have done if they wanted to be like that. Knockout means referee goes and checks and see if you're knocked out. Yeah. Not referee just standing there. He's not standing up. 1.
It wasn't last
2.
man standing.
Kurt Angle, a guy that was trying to get into UFC, he should have at least learned the rules before getting to UFC. So they shouldn't have done the WWE style counting. They should have just done the.
So by the way, Matt Riddle officially a SmackDown superstar now.
Apparently,
did you hear the rumor who was supposed to be his manager? Kurt Angle.
Oh, cool.
He turned it down.
He turned it down.
Oh, boo. Maybe
Goldberg. Rightfully so.
He didn't fucking
need him.
Maybe he'll be Goldberg.
Maybe he'll be a Matt Riddle.
Well, he ain't beating fucking Lesnar. That's why they put him on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But
Matt fucking and they did a badass little package for him on SmackDown.
Hector says, so how does the match of week apply now that you're not doing weekly shows?
Well, it's match of the episode.
2-3 weeks that we haven't watched.
Match of the episode. So we're torn between the two.
Match of the show.
Now,
yeah.
Would you be enticed to add either or both to the match of the year list?
I'm convinced.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm convinced to
add. Because they have it on different weeks.
I'm convinced to add the Stampede match. That's me.
I'm convinced to add the pit match because that match was you know what's weird? It still doesn't qualify as an actual wrestling, like a typical wrestling match.
True.
But still, I would do that match was thoroughly entertaining.
But it's more so a regular wrestling match than it is any of the other boneyard or shit.
Cinematic match.
Not what?
Cinematic.
Right.
Even then, it was still kind of cinematic.
Well, it wasn't cinematic, but it was very gimmick.
Yeah.
But it's okay because one thing that I was thinking when I was watching the match is this is the evolution of a traditional cage match, and I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
Give me Thatcher versus Kyle O'Reilly.
Woo!
Put them in there.
Chris, what about you?
I'm torn with both, so I say we leave it up to them.
All right, Hector.
We'll post it on our Facebook page, and we'll come back our next episode if one, either, or both we add to our list.
Okay.
For our match of the year.
Are we doing it?
It was me, bitch.
How many Abels do you know, motherfucker?
Well, how many Vantage do you know?
Actually, I have a lot of Vantage.
A lot of them, yeah.
Are we doing one right post in your house or post Backlash?
Neither.
Wait.
Yeah. But just to get a little, just to put a spotlight, I've got a couple more matches of the week candidates, but there's one that I want to. There's a person I want to highlight because I'm torn with him too. I've seen the potential because I loved his story with EC3 on Impact.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
His triple threat match with Drake Maverick that he won the final round shot where he was selling the arm injury and yelling and really putting over the situation he was in. And then the finals with Fantasma. Fuck, man. Drake Maverick, that was fucking good. He's had a good 2 or 3. He's had a good fucking COVID.
So
he's had a really good COVID.
So a lot of the internet wrestling community is very upset about it. Drake Maverick.
Fuck him. I don't want them to die.
No,
I don't
me.
wish any ill will
Trust
towards
me.
them. But if something goes up their ass for a bit,
I'm
fine
your
with
sentiments. I echo your sentiments, but everyone's like, "Oh, you basically, you fired all these guys unnecessarily, but
you kept Rockstar Spud."
Yeah.
Did you not enjoy Rockstar Spud's underdog story?
Dude,
I'm telling you, I'm
I
foreshadowing.
forgot he was a wrestler.
I'm foreshadowing. He is a future Intercontinental Champion. Or if you want the ultimate underdog story, he fucking beats Walter for the UK title. He could sell that shit like a fucking millionaire. Don't tell me that you don't like Drake Maverick and you did not feel anything when he cut that promo after he got fired.
Oh, yeah.
Crying.
Yeah.
Come on. Bruh.
Rockstar Spud, Drake Maverick, whatever you want to call him. I liked him in TNA for his goofy storyline. Kind of like the same reason why people like Heath Slater in the I Got Kids mode. Because it was funny, it was entertaining, but people didn't want to see him like challenging for the world title. And I get it, right? But he's a really good actor. He has really good charisma. He has a real good presence.
He's a better wrestler than Nia Jax.
He was something that actually made the AOP interesting, which I didn't think was going to happen after Ellering went. Ellering was great.
Yeah.
Drake Maverick.
And that's Ellering. You try to fill Ellering's shoes? Good fucking luck.
Drake Maverick was also great, but for different reasons. Apples and oranges with these two.
But you still like fruit.
But yeah, hi, papa. But it was totally a different vibe and a different feel. But I bought it after a while, and these last 4 weeks, whatever it is that he's been in this tournament, he showed me something I've never seen from him before. That I've only heard about, that I didn't really buy into back in his TNA days, which is this dude actually has in-ring chops. And part of it is him selling and emoting. Holy God, he was squealing like a stuck pig whenever he was getting hit.
After that powerbomb on the outside.
It reminds me of Ospreay as far as his selling goes, because Ospreay will sell like he's literally getting shot in the ring.
Yeah.
And you'll watch Ospreay taking hits, Ospreay taking chops, Ospreay taking bumps, and you'll wonder how that guy is still in the fight. That's the rub I was getting off of Drake, especially after seeing him in the ring with guys like Kushida, guys like King Cuerno. You call him Fantasma all you want. He's my Cuerno.
Oh, I bet.
And he hung. He was able to hang with him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
It was a really good match.
Hector has thumbs up to both matches.
To
both.
If we want to share the spotlight here, gave the NXT some love. Dude, Jungle Boy Jack Perry's had a hell of a week too.
Don't call him that.
That's how he's going to get his fans. Yeah. Jungle Boy's not going to work. JR calling him Jack Perry so that people understand that he's the son of Luke Perry. That's how he's going to get that's how he's going to get the fanfare. Dude, his match in that Rumble for the number one contender for the title, for the TNT title, and then his match last night with Cody. Holy fuck. Tell me in WWE, when's the last time you saw a 23-year-old kid fight in the main event of their weekly show for their mid-card title?
Randy Orton.
And how long ago was that?
A long time ago.
Exactly. Was it for a mid-card title?
Yes.
Was it Intercontinental.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
His feud with Edge and RVD and Shelton.
Foley.
And Foley, yeah.
Yeah.
And how long ago was that?
Over 10.
Long time ago.
Exactly.
Long time ago.
Yeah. They're setting the bar pretty high for that mid-card title. As ugly as it looks.
No, WWE needs to get that guy from the Nationals. Oh, he's only 21 years old.
Oh, God. I fucking threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Oh, no. Then you got to replace Beth Phoenix and fucking Tom Phillips with Joe Buck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Morrow and Joe?
People hate Joe Buck. I fucking love Joe Buck. I think Joe Buck, I hear the Houston Astros are the 2017 World Series champions. That's forever in my heart.
Hector says Spud has had matches like David versus Goliath matches in ICW. Trust me, he's a great wrestler. If he would have had the opportunity, he would go the distance if put in the best of the Super Juniors.
Ooh. And we got our version of it with him in this tournament.
Yeah.
So
and he did great.
And they did the math just like New Japan does. They had a triple threat extra bonus match just to get a finalist.
Yeah.
So
they did great.
Kudos to NXT for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my rundowns. Those are my lists for match of the week. And MJF and Jungle Jack. Dude, MJF, dude, he fucking had me for a second when he had that knee injury and all the refs were like, oh my God, are you okay? And then Jack even was like, oh man, I didn't want to do that to you. And then just turned around and beat them. Like, oh man, classic 80s heel shit.
Yeah.
Dude, there's a core of at least 6 guys that could be the future of that brand. If they don't lose them.
They have They have a core of their own guys. But
technically their own guys.
But they're still really spotlighting the ex-WWE guys.
Yeah.
So it's like you have the Splash Brothers. Well, here comes Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Who's been watching NXT consistently lately?
Me.
I have.
Okay. Well, then y'all can take most of this episode.
I watched the last 2 episodes. I can tell you that.
Great.
All right. Damian Priest against Finn Balor.
That was decent.
It hasn't happened yet.
Oh.
Anticipation for in your house.
Happened.
No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't.
Nope.
No. Finn Balor again. You know what we're talking about.
Okay.
You're in the bubble.
I watched that.
Anticipation. Finn Balor, Damian Priest. Go.
8. Finn Balor, because I don't give a fuck what you do with him. He's always going to have a good match. Damian Priest, everything I've seen from Punishment Martinez since he joined NXT has been good. I fucking love the way he talks. I love his promos. I love his character. He's Richard Ramirez, basically. And like fucking, but a wrestler. And I just love the story.
Homework. YouTube. Tomohiro Ishii against Punishment Martinez.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Ishii versus Martinez. YouTube that shit. You will be.
It already sounds good.
You're at 8. Where you at, bro?
This sounds like a match I've already seen. In fact, I think I've already seen it. Are you sure this match didn't already happen?
Positive.
No. It was Priest, Dijakovic, and Lee in that little menage for the North American title.
But wasn't Balor in there somewhere?
No. It turned out Priest was the guy that jumped Balor in the locker room. And that's how this story started.
You saw Balor versus Grimes, probably. That's what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get cut everywhere.
He always has.
Vampire.
Richer than money.
So I'm gonna go with the 5 because I thought I already seen this.
You gotta check Abel's temperature before you got in.
Yeah, I know, right?
You don't gotta be a doctor to check the temperature of the room, guys.
But I haven't really been thrilled with Finn's descent down back into NXT.
Yeah, he hasn't lit NXT on fire, but because
NXT
didn't need to be lit on fire.
No, here's the issue. When you're gonna tease me Finn Balor versus Walter, and you give me no disrespect, Finn Balor versus Punishment Martinez, my anticipation is not going to be as hot.
Yeah, but that's got to be a COVID reason, right?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
Austria, they're banning.
No,
same thing with Devlin, Ireland. They won't let him travel.
Yeah, but I mean, even if it's not Walter, but like I expected him to be challenging for the big title or be in the mix of the big title.
He lost
the triple threat.
Yeah, but it
for
was
a number 1 contender, right?
It's a triple threat, and like Velveteen's getting another shot.
Velveteen, a lot of people, he's the one who deserves it the most.
Well, I don't
stop taking dick pics, maybe.
I don't feel like he's the big fish that he's supposed to be in the slightly smaller pond in NXT.
But I think that's the point. I think they're trying to do with NXT isn't a small pond anymore.
So you get a fish like Balor lost? I don't want to lose that fish.
He's not a big tuna anymore. He's just a fucking.
It's a little tuna.
No, he's still a pretty relatively sized tuna.
He needs to keep on
swimming. That thing on the ropes is a pretty big tuna.
That's a lot of sashimi.
Can that shit like starfish.
Right.
I'm at a 6. I haven't been watching enough NXT consistently to get invested, but just by the resumes of Finn Balor and Punishment Martinez, I'm gonna watch it now, and hopefully they'll pull me in for more.
Is Takeover gonna be live?
Yes.
Okay.
Sunday.
Fuck yeah. No. Okay, I know because I know like they taped fucking like everything last Monday as far as these past couple weeks of Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Yeah. The poor fucking audience guys.
We knew last week about we knew last week about Naya killing Kyrie
and
again.
Apparently fucking Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles have match of the year
tomorrow.
That airs tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the finals for the Intercontinental
that match was fucking like badass. I won't say phenomenal, but
we'll find out if it ends up on our list.
Yeah.
Who you got winning?
Finn needs to win something.
Finn needs to win. All right.
Finn's already had some victories.
Damien,
I've got Damian winning.
Damian should win, but you know,
I've got Damian winning.
Sure, why not?
Okay, another non-title match. Karrion Kross against Tommaso Ciampa. Go for it. Oh, who's with him? You too?
10, baby.
Damn.
Give me all of it. Give me
10.
all of it. Give me all
Go.
of it.
I liked Killer Cross in Impact TNA. I've heard that the stuff before that was really good. I liked it. These indies, whatever, right?
Is he American?
His ENA stuff was good.
What is he?
I don't know.
He's human. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Impact stuff was good.
Yeah.
Impact stuff was good. And he didn't have Scarlett with him.
He didn't.
Oh,
It was just Killer Cross.
Right.
Yeah.
I love Karrion Kross. I love the repackaging that they've done with him, where he's a little bit darker, a little bit more mysterious, a little bit meaner, a little bit more metal. I fucking love it. And you have Scarlett there, it ain't bad.
Formerly started Bordeaux, but now just Scarlett.
Yeah, just Scarlett. I really, 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 really like it.
I hate the name Karrion.
I love the name Karrion. I love it.
I've actually always loved the name Karrion. I've
never heard it.
Well, it's
a type of vulture.
It's a type of vulture. Yeah, it's
a
very like bad thing.
It's a bird that eats.
But it fits the character.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why I love it.
That's the context I need.
That's why
That's what you need, Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Context.
Parkway Drive has a song called Karrion.
There you go.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's I think they're bigger than vultures, so they eat like big dead shit.
Yeah.
So vultures eat like
whales and Nessie.
Well, and like moose, stuff like that, like big fucking shit. So you don't want to come across a Karrion.
This is all, and then we haven't even mentioned fucking the other guy yet.
Yeah, and the other guys there too. No, I mean you love
that gift.
You love how much of a fucking hard on I have for Tommaso Ciampa.
Yep.
It's
parao.
Yep.
It's hard, but it's not big.
Right. I mean, it's
I
hard.
got that blue chew if you need it, baby.
I mean, like
the one nighter or the all weekend. You tell me which one you want.
You know how sometimes when you have like ground beef and there's that little itty bitty piece of bone that you accidentally bite. It's tiny. It's like smaller than your pinky thumb there or pinky
But
nail.
it does damage.
But it does damage. It's hard. It's duro weight. So yeah.
So there was a promo where Ciampa was in the ring and they had this video of Karrion Kross on the screen.
Oh.
Have any of you ever watched RoboCop 2?
Yes.
Where Kane gets put in the body and then the TV screen comes out and you just see half of Kane's head and go like that. That's the first thing I saw.
Feeding?
Yeah, I saw that. That's what I thought when I saw Karrion Kross.
The fucking thing comes out of his chest is like, give me drugs.
He does this thing that very few people do in pro wrestling where you see how I'm just talking normally like this, and then there's where you really accentuate the language.
Yeah.
That's what he did that in this last episode, staring at the camera after he beat up old fat boy, thick boy, big bitch, whatever.
Thick boy.
Bronson.
Thick boy.
And he looked in that camera and just like you can tell how serious he was. You can see the movement in his jaw and the muscles in his cheek. Like, fuck.
And
okay, I'm not fucking with you.
Dude, I had to rewind it because I fast forwarded to the end of that match. I was like, oh shit.
That's where I went from like a 7.5 to a 10.
Yeah.
And that bitch got clean teeth.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would rather have clean teeth than all my teeth. If all my teeth, if the teeth I had were as clean as his, I'd be good.
Yeah.
I'd be good. I'm at a 10.
Okay.
This match should be before the main event.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's how high I think this match should be. Not just as a buffer, but steal the fucking show because you're expected to be a buffer and you're better than that.
Why is Karrion Kross winning?
I don't know why.
Ciampa doesn't need to win. He's been champion.
The normal question was going to be, who do you got winning?
Yeah. No, I got Karrion winning.
We all got Karrion
winning.
Okay.
Now I got my boner winning after Scarlett comes out.
Hey,
fall and pray, motherfucker.
Bah.
Fat.
Is Bianca watching?
Probably not. Fat. No, fall and pray. Fat.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of that, 3-on-3.
Woo!
Speaking of fat,
heart-shaped areolas.
Woo! Speaking of,
Google shots.
All at attention here.
All right.
Baby girl number 1. Tegan Knox.
Wait, all at a 10? Are you at a 10 for this?
I'm at a 10 for a whole different reason besides wrestling. There's 10s all over this match.
Your anticipation level for the 6th woman.
Oh, fucking 6 or 7 or whatever. I just want to see them wrestle. I don't care what.
You just went the last 15 seconds about how you're gonna poke your eye out with your erection over these girls, and you're gonna watch them wrestle.
Yeah. 10 for visual aesthetics
And the tank.
wrestling. Cool.
Don't forget the tank.
Oh yeah. Chelsea Blackheart. I love her. She's so cool.
He wishes he was the tank.
Mia
Yim and Tegan Knox against.
No, man, you gotta show some love for Raquel Gonzalez.
Yeah,
Dude, oh
Texas
man.
own.
Dude.
Mrs. Strowman. She's Mrs. Strowman.
She can wear the pants in our relationship.
Yes.
I don't care.
She could probably bench press.
She could.
International Women's Day is every day for us.
If you could probably bench press your boyfriend and your boyfriend's Braun Strowman, you're fucking strong.
So, like, you know how, like, sometimes the mama cat will grab the baby cat by the neck and just,
All I
like, drag
hear
him
is-
around?
All I'm hearing is pussy.
Yeah. Keep Arnold away from black lights.
You'll see his ass from fucking space.
Woo,
Welcome,
man.
Daniel. Welcome, Daniel. Thank you for that comment.
And then we got
Dakota
Dakota Kai, which, come on. I'm a Dakota Kai guy.
Yeah.
And Sindel.
Oof.
I'm just waiting to hear her scream and have somebody's
The new
bones
look
come out.
Candice LeRae is like, I always felt like, man, Candice LeRae's hot, but she almost the same vein as back then when I used to say Bailey's hot, but her character was a fucking little girl.
Yeah.
Kind of how Candice LeRae was like, man, she's hot, but she fucking plays a little bubble gum. Like, look, her actual fucking thing was a bubble gum.
Yeah.
So I was like, but this new look Candice LeRae, I can fuck with it.
Cool.
Mhm.
But she's a great wrestler.
I'm at a 6.
I'm at 7.
5.5. Last time I checked.
Aside from all the fucking
There went $50.
yeah. Aside from all the fucking eye candy, which we already
Yeah.
drooled all
Let's
over.
stop being pigs.
Yeah. It kind of feels a little thrown together.
It literally
and
happened at the
It kind of feels a little schmozzy to me already.
Yeah.
I don't know who's gonna win, and I don't know if it matters who wins.
No.
We winning
Yeah, we win.
but I mean, seriously, in the wrestling
in the
context,
realm of the storyline.
like
I think they all end up
I don't
looking
care.
good because everyone in there is a solid performer.
I think the real
he's
story,
hiccuping. He's already gone.
I think the real story there is basically what's going on with Mia and Keith Lee and Candice
I
and
love
Johnny.
that whole
That
fucking
video,
thing.
fool.
Yeah.
Which
When Tegan Knox comes in with the pizza.
oh yeah, that was
One slice.
that ain't enough.
Keith Lee needs 8.
Yeah.
Pizzas, not slices.
Yeah.
So I like the other 4 girls in the match. Like I get it that they've all been kind of intertwining
Yeah.
wrestling and stuff, but that's not the real story. You know, I'm gonna enjoy seeing some Raquel out there just stomping around.
See. So
I'm-
it's like a big version of like a big tall version of George Lopez's wife on the fucking George Lopez show. Constance Marie.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, his wife.
Yeah.
Hot. But tall.
But that's it. I mean, aside from the fucking eye candy, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, they're all like, Dakota Kai is a great wrestler.
I
Tegan
think-
Knox is a very, very good wrestler.
I think Arnold is the Kevin Dunn of the show when it comes to Dakota Kai.
Surprisingly, yes. But I mean, actually, I'm more of a Tegan Knox guy. But
Thank
yeah.
you.
But Dakota Kai, everyone knows since like day one, since the first Mae Young, I've been a Dakota guy.
It took a bit for the story to evolve for us to get the six person tag. So I'm at a 6 for the build to it. But I think this is gonna be a fun match.
Yeah.
And I got the heels winning. I think this is
Yeah.
gonna be a heel heavy night.
Yeah.
You know what? I have the heels winning too.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Speaking of which, how about Johnny Gargano against Keith Lee for the North American title?
9.5. Maybe it's 10. I don't know. No, 9.5. Convinced me. Fuck it, I'm at a 10.
You pulled my leg.
I think Candice LeRae needed the definite heel turn,
Yeah.
but I think Gargano in the last year has been so wishy-washy with his character on what side of the line he's on that it's kind of bringing me down on this whole match with Keith Lee.
Okay, I'm at a 9.
As much as I love Keith Lee, I'm at an 8 as far as anticipation for the match because I'm not really digging this Dark Gargano so far.
Yeah.
Right now, it's fresh.
Yeah.
Whatever this version of
For the feud
of heel
Johnny.
Johnny Gargano,
Yeah.
so far I'm at an 8. Most of that is I love Keith Lee and I want to see him beat the fuck out of this little kid.
Dude, the match.
And the match is going to be fun.
The feud, fine. Hey, give me it because I love the build up. Whatever I don't know.
As far as build, I'm more anxious to see Karrion and fucking Gargano than I am this match.
But
Ciampa. Yeah. Ciampa.
But
Karrion and Ciampa.
The match is going to be fucking awesome, dude. Like
Keith Lee's gonna sell like a mofo for this guy.
Yeah, Johnny Gargano, like darlings, you know what I mean? And like the reason why they're darlings is gonna be evident in the match.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna be fucking like crazy.
I'm sure Hector's gonna chime in the chat in like 2 minutes. Oh, I saw this shit at PWG already. You gonna love it.
Well, he did chime in and he said Gargano versus Lee is going to be the pinball match of the show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good, dude.
I got Lee winning.
He has to keep getting stronger.
Daniel Price says he's got Lee winning unless
shenanigans.
He drops in challenges Cole.
Yeah, because he's got to keep ascending. That's the only way that would be responsible. Dude, Keith Lee at the end of December was skyrocketing so high that like you have to pay him off. Granted, we know what's going on in the world in 2020. Why he hasn't ascended. Why some of these people haven't ascended the way they should. Yeah. But Keith Lee should be on top of the fucking world right now.
Yeah.
Define world.
At least NXT.
I think that they did a disservice, kind of bleeding into this next match. I think they made a disservice by whoring out a character that we were kind of already sick of on a third brand, as opposed to having Keith Lee do an open challenge for the North American title on Raw or SmackDown. I'm sick of Charlotte, bro.
Oh, well, yeah.
And so we got Charlotte versus Io versus Ripley, triple threat for the women's title. Has Charlotte done anything for the better being on NXT or being on Raw or SmackDown as an NXT champion? Because I have no interest.
Being on Raw and SmackDown,
I have no interest in this.
Being on Raw and SmackDown, no. Being on NXT, fuck yeah. Every single match he's had,
they've lost every week in the ratings since Charlotte's
gone. The ratings, dude.
You're telling me,
yeah. But as far as the show, she made me give a fuck about Chelsea Green. She made me give a fuck about who else did she wrestle on NXT? That I was like, oh fuck yeah, dude. Mia Yim.
So you didn't already like Mia Yim?
I like Mia Yim, but now I'm like, fuck yeah, she can go. You know what I mean? Like just more little things like that, dude.
We had Mia Yim on Impact. That's all we already knew.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like Mia Yim was already elevated.
But me, a non-Impact guy, I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Chelsea Green. She might have been whatever the fucking crazy shit she was in Impact too, whatever. So fuck. I'm going to fuck what it is. But now on fucking on NXT, dude, Charlotte was such an impact on Chelsea Green that her firing the Robert Stone, which at first I'm like, oh, it's stupid. Now it makes sense, dude. She fucking can hang up there. She don't need a gimmick like that no more. Chelsea Green is going to be a solidified wrestler now because of Charlotte Flair.
Okay.
Again, I always say this. I don't like the way she gets pushed. She's daddy's girl, whatever, blah blah blah. Dude, in the ring, she gets it done. She's great.
That's true.
And she's great. And this triple threat match, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
What?
10. And that's 33.33% each. Rhea Ripley, dude, she should not have lost that fucking match at WrestleMania. We know why. We didn't know she was going to come back because of the COVID. Mm-hmm. She came back. Shit happens. Io, oh my fucking God, Shirai. Dude, every time she's on actually, ironically, I was talking about her much earlier. Pat McAfee said it on a little bill that they were talking about on Radar or whatever the fuck it was. As soon as she comes on the screen, your eyes are there. Like, dude, she just commands the attention. She's a badass wrestler. She's the new character she has.
Her theme song's banging as
awesome, awesome song, awesome character. Just everything about this match just has the ingredients of a fucking classic. It's gonna hopefully.
He's at a 10. Where you at?
I'm at a 7.
Okay.
What's keeping you?
I would much rather see Charlotte versus Ripley 1-on-1.
So you want a rematch? You don't think Io's ready for this? Or
it's not that I don't think Io's ready for this. I like Io. Io's everything that you just said about her that's complimentary. I agree with. I co-sign on. But I think the story, especially after watching that video package of Rhea making the fucking banana smoothie and like, being very contemplative and everything. Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see the comeback story of Rhea. And as much as I like Io and as much as I kind of do like Charlotte, I want there to be more for Ripley, not more so than the other two, but just I want them to focus on her. I want her to have her time. Do something else with Io. Do something else with Charlotte. If Charlotte's got to be the one that drops the title to Ripley, so be it. But I want to see Ripley succeed. That's the thing that's intriguing. Io having like this badass gimmick, and now she's like defining it more with her video package. Great. I don't need to see the culmination of that in a match for the title when the story for the match for the title is I went to WrestleMania my first time defending the NXT title for the first time, and I lost to one of the greatest ever, and I think I could beat her. Mm-hmm. That's fucking Undertaker Shawn Michaels Part 2 right there. That's what that should be.
Ric Flair versus Harley Race when Flair lost the belt to Race and Flair needed to beat Race.
Right.
And that's And backwards, now Flair's the one that's the catalyst.
You didn't need fucking Sergeant Slaughter shoved in there in a three-way.
Yeah.
I fucking love Io and I love Sergeant Slaughter, but I don't need that three-way.
I mean, if Kairi's contract is up and she's going back to Japan and she's marrying Evil, fuck it, man. Throw Asuka against Io on Raw for the title.
She's marrying Evil?
Sure they did.
She married Evil?
That's why she was off for like 2 months.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I'm at a 9 for this, 4.5 for all the girls except Charlotte. I think Charlotte for me right now has become the female version of Big Show, where I see Charlotte in the match. It takes because it's oversaturation to me.
I don't need to see her on all 3 shows. I don't need to see her.
And that's the thing that kills me. Why is she on all 3 shows?
Granted, her match with Bayley, fucking awesome. Her match with Asuka, fucking awesome.
Her match with Bayley was weird because that was an episode of Raw where there were 3 heel versus heel matches. SmackDown. Yeah. That was at SmackDown 3. It felt like a Twilight Zone episode. I couldn't immerse myself in any of that shit.
Yeah, but that was, it was a good match. It goes back into the
Charlotte Asuka was good.
Charlotte Asuka was really good.
Daniel Price says she's a botch machine. I'm thinking he's referring to Charlotte. Is he referring to Charlotte?
No, we're not talking about Naya tonight, bro.
Yeah, no, Naya, not yet. And just talking about Kyrie.
Hector says Charlotte is only there as champ because WWE has given her what they promised her. Charlotte forced WWE's hand a while ago when her and Andrade started trademarking names for when their contract came up. Okay.
Whatever, man. She's fucking good.
I don't dislike Charlotte at this point, but I do think she's at a point where she needs to.
Yeah, vegetables are good, but you're not eating that shit every day, are you?
What she needs to do, she needs to Jericho herself. She needs to evolve. She needs to change something up.
What's next?
Yeah,
but on this package, I love that they showed the human side of her.
No, they did, and this is why I don't.
The 40% of her that's fake human.
Yeah, I don't hate Charlotte. I'm not at Roman Reigns or John Cena levels of Charlotte quite yet. But I could see myself getting there because I'm like, oh, okay, Charlotte, cool, whatever.
When she won the Rumble, I was like, yeah.
But there was one point in time when I was like, one of the 4 horsewomen. Fuck yeah, give me more Charlotte. Dude, the same way I'm like, fuck yeah, give me more Bayley, give me more Sasha, give me more Becky. And right now I'm all like,
I need a break.
Give me some more Alexa. Yeah. Give me some Io.
Give me some more Liv.
Yeah. But like if any 4 of those girls, any 4 of the 4 horsewomen change it up in a good way, because Bayley's had a change, but not necessarily a good change.
Becky's had a change. She's got another one in her.
Well, Bayley's been fucking killing it, dude.
I don't like her heel run. No, I don't like it.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of liking it now. Yeah. Her shade on Charlotte the week before they had that match on SmackDown, that was good. Because I wasn't expecting
Here's the thing about Bayley. It's taking her a while, but she's getting very comfortable now with her heel turn.
It takes time.
Because
we'll get to that later. We'll get to Bayley later. We're still talking to NXT. Shit. Who you got winning?
I hope Rhea. I'm going to pick Rhea. It should be Rhea.
I'm going out there. Io.
Okay.
I wouldn't be mad at that, but I hope
no one's picking Charlotte.
No. All of us, gun to the head, we'll all say Charlotte, though.
No. I'm saying, a gun to my head, I'm picking Rhea. But I
If
want
you had
Io.
money on it,
No,
pick Io?
if I had money, I'd pick Rhea.
I'd
I
pick
want
Charlotte.
Io. I
It's
want
like you
Io.
never bet against the Patriots back in the day when I was the Buccaneers. But like, yeah.
Teddy Three Rings is another good example of a guy that, like, oh man, look at this dude on the Patriots. But then you get to know him, and he's like, oh, I love Teddy Three Rings.
Great guy.
Yeah.
I'd love him more if he was in another team.
Yeah.
Adam Cole,
Baby.
Velveteen Dream
This
for
match already
the
happened.
men's title.
This match already happened.
This match already happened.
this
I
match
know
already
I'm not
happened.
crazy.
Yeah.
Because they recorded it.
Right. Well.
Yeah.
7.
Backlot Brawl. All I can think of is Roddy Piper and Goldust.
Yep.
Hollywood Backlot Brawl. And that match was the highlight of WrestleMania 12. Besides the Iron Man match.
Yeah.
8. And yeah.
I'm at a 5. We've
Okay.
had this match already. I'm trying my best to forget what the fuck happened with the dick pics and Velveteen. And
That's kind of what's holding me.
And I'm trying not to think so much about
'Cause
Cole's
nothing ever-
contract expiring in August.
Shut up. I don't want to think about
So,
Yeah.
so I'm at a 5.
that. Yeah. So if
What happened to the dick pic controversy?
nothing.
Because it was on the internet for like a
Apparently-
day.
Yeah, apparently,
A day.
And then, like,
something got uncovered that the kids that were making the complaints were like in some hate group, some
Yeah.
like black hate group
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
So
I
was
don't
it
know what-
true?
I
So
don't
it
know
might
what
have
the,
not been true.
but it's never been mentioned. I haven't seen anything online since. So it's just like buried.
yeah. It's
For
kind of
better or for worse, it's buried.
It's like his name. That's why, like, whenever you're falsely accused of something, don't matter if you get, like if you get proved right or wrong. No, once you're accused of something,
It's
you're
done.
accused of something. Yeah.
It's done.
Which sucks. Which fucking sucks for a Velveteen Dream if it's not true.
Well, and that's the responsibility of everybody else to be like, okay, well, if it wasn't true, it's not true.
Exactly.
And that's kind of where I am, because I haven't heard one way or the other. It was like it was on the internet for one day,
and then
and
never
then
spoken of again.
exactly.
Never debunked.
no
Never,
follow
never
up.
proven, never
And
debunked.
then fucking COVID and Black Lives Matter happened,
my-
and
no,
nobody
this happened
cared.
during. This happened like a month ago.
Yeah, I know.
Here's my other bone of contention.
Boom.
As of now, Adam Cole is the longest reigning NXT champ.
Yeah.
It
Is
got-
Velveteen really the one worthy of being
No,
the one to
no,
take it from him?
no,
No.
dick
That's
pics
what's-
notwithstanding.
Regardless of that. Yes. Like a blue chew, don't matter. Velveteen right now, I don't see as the guy to take it.
If Velveteen was taking this title off of, let's say, Andrade,
Yes.
like on his second month of his original reign,
Or
okay,
Gargano.
cool.
Or rude.
No,
or
not even.
nothing
Well,
about
it depends. If it was like an early Gargano reign,
Yeah.
if then okay. But
Sure.
the longest reigning fucking thing,
I
like,
see that for Keith.
yeah,
I see that for Finn
Yes.
Balor.
I don't see that right
Yeah.
now for Velveteen.
I don't
So
see Velveteen
I see
I'm pretty
You know what? We're saying this, but you know where I see Velveteen?
in the main roster.
Main roster.
SmackDown. Yeah.
So
Raw.
I'm pretty sure.
I want to say. I don't know. I want to say SmackDown, but because Riddle's going to SmackDown, Raw needs somebody.
I'm pretty sure Cole's winning this, so I got Cole.
Yeah, I got Cole.
That also, if Cole loses, I will be heartbroken for 2 reasons. One, I actually love Adam Cole.
Baby.
2, if what I hear, especially what his fucking girlfriend said, as far as like, yeah, I think he'll be wrestling Cody and so very soon.
He was at the cookout for Memorial Day with the Cons and Cody and all that AEW people. And
Yeah.
great, so.
But again, Jericho still hangs out with Triple H and shit. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? But
Oh, that was the other thing we didn't talk about. Didn't Jericho say something really stupid?
apparently, because then he posted a Black Lives Matter after the fact or something. I forget.
I
Yeah.
didn't know. I didn't
Okay.
hear about this. But no, if the rumors are true about Adam Cole, and if he loses, like, I mean, what do you do with him? You either take main roster or he's gone.
And he doesn't want to go to the main roster.
He doesn't want to. He shouldn't, because Undisputed Era isn't. We still have that Roddy Strong descent, and this week proved it.
No,
more.
it's not even the descent. I doubt anyone on Raw. If Vince McMahon is the final word on Raw or SmackDown, the Undisputed Era is not going to get where they deserve to be.
No, because their leader is too small.
Yeah, exactly.
Fact, and it sucks, but
Exactly.
So maybe they should go to AEW.
Yeah, at least Cole.
yeah. But
You want Fish and O'Reilly doing fucking axe throwing and basketball and mini golf and go karting and dual fellatio? Y'all want that out of Red Dragon?
Fellatio.
Y'all want that out of Red Dragon?
Well, the dual fellatio, man.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Put that as my search later.
I want to hear Abel's new ringtone.
But no, man, I hope Adam Cole wins.
I'm at a 7,
I'm
and I got Cole winning.
yeah, 7.
Hector says the one that's going to take the title away from Cole will be Keith Lee.
Yes. As it should be.
Daniel
Or
Price.
you know what? Fuck it. Swerve me.
Isaiah's
If you wanna build on stuff that's already happened in front of a live studio audience that I was a part of, have Cole drop the belt to Walter.
Daniel. Spit roasting, Chris. It's called spit roasting.
What? Anyway,
we're not talking about Devil's Three-Way here,
will
are
they
we?
give away a house?
Right.
Will they give away a house?
They're not giving away a house.
They can give away a micro house. It's only $20,000.
Oh, one of the tiny
You have to
houses?
have your own property.
Yeah.
They'll just plan it right there. You figure
They
it out.
should have the house.
I've been looking
as a
for.
house.
I've been looking for 6 months. Once this
What do you
lease is
guys
up
think?
next year, I'm buying a mini house.
What do you guys think about like the NXT crowd and the crowd?
Ooh, child. So
Things are gonna get easier.
So
ooh, child.
I don't like it.
Why?
I'll tell you why I don't like it. It doesn't
It
seem
doesn't matter. No,
it doesn't seem as organic and as interactive as the AEW crowd.
Of course.
The AEW crowd, like it's their
They have
actual
their guys.
it's their guys, it's their characters, and they react specifically to other wrestlers that are there in the ring. Here,
Nothing
quick,
will
no.
top MJF gambling with Sean Spears.
exactly,
Done.
exactly. But here, it's a bunch of people that you don't really know,
And the Rock's daughter.
and the ones that the ones that you do know aren't acknowledged.
One of them was in a match the match before, and then she was in the crowd.
Yeah, so Shotzi was out there. The Rock's daughter
Santana
was out
Garrett
there.
was-
Santana Garrett was out there. But
Mugenhagen.
when they're in the crowd,
They're nobody's.
oh, they're just trainees. You're not supposed to know who they are, and they only really cheer.
Xia Li told Nash sucks.
Can I talk? They only really cheer along company lines.
Yes.
And this is what I said, I think, last
They were
episode.
told.
You're missing the dissenting opinion. That's what Travis is really missing when he says that, oh, I don't like that the crowd's not there. Because if the crowd was there, they'd be booing Roman Reigns, which is the kind of voice that we want to have. If Vince picks the crowd, which is basically what Vince did here, and Roman Reigns come
He's
out,
dictating.
everybody's like, yay, Roman Reigns, he's the best wrestler ever.
You watch AEW.
And they're fucking acting poorly.
Yeah.
They're not acting very well because they're not even being their own characters.
You watch AEW, the heels are cheering for the heels and the faces are cheering for the faces. The heels are gambling ringside against each other. The faces, the scrub of the team is actually trying to mac on the fine blonde chick on ringside.
and they're heckling. They're
and
calling people
Swole's
out.
ready to beat up on some dudes.
Yeah. But this
I get
crowd
it.
isn't
This
that
is
crowd.
saccharine. This and the WWE crowd saccharine.
Yes.
It's not real
I
sugar.
get it, but just on noise alone, I'm with it. I'm with it just because I cannot take any more not empty fucking arena matches. I can't.
Honestly, I'd rather have the empty arena than the sheeple.
No, I love the chants. I love the noise. I just like it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe just the aesthetics or whatever the fuck hearing version of aesthetics is, ASMR or whatever the fuck it is.
I'd rather have the genuineness out there.
Of course, I'd rather
No, I don't mean
COVID never existed.
I don't mean of a real crowd. I
Yeah.
mean the genuineness of the people that are there.
Oh, yeah,
That's
but-
what you're getting from AEW.
Yeah, but Vince McMahon runs this company.
I know.
Exactly.
But that
So
doesn't
you
mean I
gotta-
have to like it.
No, you don't. But I like it just because that seems
God, I
bad.
have to talk with you guys when you're drunk.
I hear like
I am not drunk.
I'm not as thick as he
I'm
drunk.
just in a
I'm not
good
as
mood.
thick as he drunk I am.
I can't feel my back at all right now, which is really good. Overall, anticipation for the show.
8?
7.
Okay.
Fair.
Just remember, it's on Sunday, not Saturday.
I know what the fuck.
Sunday.
That shit,
Yeah.
that keeps fucking with me.
So, since we probably won't be back next week, how many zeros are we giving for the greatest match ever
Dude.
on Backlash? What's your anticipation level?
0.
My anticipation level would have been at like a 4 or a 5, and then after Edge's promo, it would have got bumped up another one.
Now,
But-
if you want to talk
but-
drunk, let's do a drinking game for every time someone said the word grit.
But I'm at a 0 because of
The
that this is supposed to be the greatest ever.
I
Like,
said,
oh no,
why?
this isn't going to be the greatest ever.
One, it's not. 2, why? Like,
You weren't here. I told Abel straight up, they can be very sports entertaining,
Yes.
but I don't see the word wrestler or wrestling
No.
from either of them.
No.
So they're no.
2 words will define this match. Ruthless aggression.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's actually quite good.
Yeah.
But that's not wrestling.
No.
I'm at 0.
I
don't care who wins. I thought this feud was already over after Edge.
Beat him.
Yeah, that's it. It's done.
Daniel
I don't
says,
care.
greatest match ever.
Yeah. So
the greatest match.
So like if the pay-per-view ends at the main event and then the lights go out and then the lights go on and it's your unsanctioned Edge versus Orton greatest wrestling match ever, that's when I'm done. I go home. I'm watching it here and I go to bed.
Yeah, I know.
Or I drink and go to bed. So
just
I'm done.
change the channel.
That's it. Or I can watch more Unsolved Mysteries. Sure.
Turn on porn.
I got porn everywhere. How about McIntyre against Bobby Lashley?
Don't use a black light in here.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
McIntyre versus Lashley.
Give it to me. Give it to me, Neil.
Well, you haven't had it yet. We've had it.
Oh, yeah. With TNA?
8.
I'm at 8.
Yeah, Impact.
This is good.
I'm okay, dude. I'm all aboard the fucking Galloway train.
I am too.
Drew is so fucking good. And with this whole new shit about we're getting the fucking I forgot his name already. But we're getting the Bobby Lashley we're supposed to get in 2018. He was supposed to be the monster fucking heel or the concept Brock Lesnar at the time.
I like the dissension that MVP is causing between he and Lana.
MVP is such a fucking gem.
I hope after this feud or whatever happens that this is the way for them to storyline wise get Lana away from Lashley and let Lana do something else completely different altogether
on SmackDown.
Or fuck it,
get her off of there.
Move her to Raw, move her to NXT. I don't care. I still want to see her on my TV.
Raw, you still want to see her.
I want to see her.
Google her.
I don't want her in this particular storyline.
Okay. You don't wish any ill will to her personally.
No.
Right.
Just her character on television is shit.
No, it's not even shit. It's just that I don't want the pairing with her with Lashley anymore.
No. It gives me hope because there's been guys in Impact that Lashley has worked very well with. McIntyre being one of them. Another, Bobby Roode.
Wabba Wood?
Hey,
Roode and Lashley had some bangers, bruh.
Is he still in WWE?
I don't know where he is.
He's on SmackDown.
He didn't get let go?
No,
I thought he got
not
let
yet.
go.
No, not yet.
I swear he got let go.
So I'm hoping that they actually let Bobby Lashley's potential run loose. I'm at a 9 for this.
Okay.
Oh.
The only reason I'm not at a 10 is because I really haven't been watching Raw. I haven't watched Raw in the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's
because
SmackDown's been the fucking show. I'll tell you this.
The main roster has
SmackDown.
SmackDown's been really good.
Raw and SmackDown have too many hours on television to build it to a pay-per-view that they both share. So I'd rather just watch the pay-per-view. Like last Monday, the only thing from Raw I saw was the ending segment with MVP and McIntyre.
That's the only thing I didn't watch.
Only thing I saw.
The rest of the show was pretty decent, actually. I was like, yeah. I just fast forwarded to the end.
Yeah, that's the only thing I saw. So I haven't been watching Raw in a couple of weeks, but I know what those two can do together, and I want to see with Paul Heyman kind of being steering wheel with Vince in the back seat. But if Paul Heyman's behind the wheel, hopefully he'll take us where we want to go with
Paul Heyman's the reason why Apollo Crews is the champion.
Yep.
Apollo Crews has been killing it lately.
Strowman versus Miz and Morrison handicap match for the WWE title.
2.
0.
Yeah.
0.
I don't care.
I think this is just a slow build for the rematch, which would be Strowman versus The Fiend, not Mr. Rogers Wyatt.
No, yeah.
And that's where Bray wins it. So I have no fucks to give for that match.
I've always been a Miz mark. That's where my 2 comes from.
Yeah.
Just because I like seeing Miz on my TV, but
John Morrison was on Shameless. I've been binge watching Shameless. I was like, hey,
is that a good show?
Fucking amazing show.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. You mean really? Johnny Hennigan?
Yeah. Really dirty though. Like you want to take a shower after every episode.
We've been teasing it. We've been putting off long enough. Asuka versus Nia Jax. Don't talk about the match. Just vent on Nia Jax.
Nia Jax is hurting Curry Sane every single time she looks at her. Every time she touches her, she hurts her. It sucks. I seem to like Nia Jax, a person, just from like, you know, social
watching
media.
Total Divas.
Yeah, social media. She seems like a cool chick, you know?
Yeah.
I
like the gimmick too. I love not like most girls.
No,
I buy that for $1.
She's the big girl that's still pretty.
You want to like her.
Yeah.
But she's just so negligent. What's the word?
Inept.
Yeah.
She's inept in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She made Alexa Bliss look like fucking $1 million at WrestleMania.
But
everybody else knows.
This might be an unfair comparison, but I cringed just the same. Hearing the footage, to tie this back around to the beginning of the episode, hearing the footage of George Floyd calling out for his mother. I reacted the same way hearing Kairi Sane screaming out, "I'm not ready, I'm not ready," before Naya power bombed her in the turnbuckle. Oof. That's the awkwardness I felt. Dude, so I know I'm already trembling just thinking about it now. Naya is an unsafe wrestler right now. Dude, she could be better later, but right now she needs to go, dude.
She needs to go down to performance center and train.
She doesn't even need to be in NXT because then she'll be wrestling people that are less professionally prepared than Kairi Sane is. She just needs to be off of televisions. Go back and redo your basics from scratch. I don't care who you're related to. Start from scratch before. Hey, look. We've seen Silver King. We've seen Hijo del Paraguayo. We've seen fucking Masawa. I don't want to see I don't. It's okay for a dude because I bust my ass for with pain to do what I need to do, but I can't see myself see a woman die in the ring out of negligence, and we're getting there with Naya. Dude. She needs to be off our televisions and back in square roots.
That Kairi match was heavily edited for a reason. I paid attention to that match just to see when they were going to do it, and I saw it. And I was like, oh wow, they edited it very well because you wouldn't even know. But apparently, when she threw her into the steps, that's when she busted her open.
Ugh. No. I'm at a 0 for this match because I'm afraid that something will happen to Asuka. Yeah. And I do not want to lose Asuka. I will riot if Naya hurts Asuka the way she's been hurting Kairi. I'll be out in the streets with all the Asuka masks.
Doing the little
easy peasy all day. Asuka has to win this. I'm at a 0 because I don't want to see any. Because this is supposed to be live. I don't want to see Naya live hurt this girl that just won the Raw Women's title on the shelf. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see this match. I'm gonna order pizza or pick up pizza. I don't want to watch this.
Daniel Price says they won't do anything to Naya unless she deloads someone.
Oh.
You know what? That's just job security for the dark side of the ring. Woo. Oh shit!
You made me go full Mudvayne. I am at a negative one for this match now. I don't want to see this. I'm not watching this. I'm picking up food. I'm going to the fridge to find beer. I'm not watching this. I don't want to watch this.
I'm at about 4.
You sick fuck!
I'm gonna wait until after it airs, and thankfully, the WWE Network has a thing where you can just pick your match.
You can
just skip that one.
I'll tell you why I'm at a 4.
Defend yourself to them.
There's only so many times that you could fumble at the 1-yard line. She's got to have a botch-free match at some point. And if it's going to be with somebody, why not Asuka? If you take away the botchiness, I want to see Asuka versus storyline Nia Jax.
Go watch the Takeover from London when Asuka fought Max the first time.
Okay.
That was great.
Do that. Okay. We don't need this match.
That actually was a good match.
Yep.
That's what I want to see.
Asuka carried her. So, yeah.
As far as I know, other than if you want extra fodder, give me an anticipation level for Bryan versus Styles that's happening tomorrow.
11.
10.
11.
Okay, 11.
Well, the title match is from 2 years ago.
Maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to see it.
Who's the face? Well, is AJ a face or a heel here?
I think AJ is a scared bitch.
Yeah.
AJ, not because he's scared of Bryan, but because he's still scared of Taker.
Taker phobia.
He's got that real estate in his mind.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it.
I like how I actually
This has
unpopular
to end
opinion. I like how they got here with how Daniel Bryan did the fucking thing. Yeah. Poor taste in the Jeff Hardy car accident thing.
Yeah.
Way to wrap up the show. I don't know, damn.
Poor taste.
You want to talk
week? You want to cops were involved?
You want to talk? You want to talk about fetishes? Vince has a sick fetish of bringing out the worst of people's pasts just for television.
Yeah.
We did it with Hawk. We're doing it now with fucking Jeff again. Because didn't we do this with Jeff already?
We did.
CM Punk.
Yeah.
Remember CM Punk and Jericho? Remember?
Yeah.
So, I don't drink because my dad was a drunk or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's
Matt Hardy and fucking Edge.
That's another. I think that's another reason why I'm starting to like whittle down the fat from Raw and SmackDown because there's too many negatives for me to, or too many negatives or meh for me to invest 5 hours.
Yeah.
5 weekly between those two shows when NXT as a product is better and AEW as a promotion is better. So Yeah, so that's why we're doing an NXT episode tonight and not a Backlash episode next week, because Abel and I were like, you know what?
No, yeah.
They did it with Junior too. Who's Junior? Dr. Hein? What the hell is he talking
I
about?
have no fucking clue.
Hyman?
Hyne. Who's Dr. Hein?
I have no idea.
No idea.
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about, Hector.
You should have been here, bruh.
Yeah, but no, I'm very, very.
He meant JR. Oh,
yeah,
JR.
Yeah. No, but like the AJ Daniel Bryan match, give it to me. Like, give it to me again. I don't give a fuck. I could watch it. I could watch it, and it's gonna be good. It's from what I've heard. It's fucking
who's
really
winning?
good. Daniel Bryan.
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles has never been Intercontinental Champion.
And
yeah.
him being a freaked out Intercontinental Champion with his fucking mental block with the Undertaker.
You know who else has never been Intercontinental
Champion? Why can't I see
Champion?
the Undertaker with the Intercontinental Championship?
Because he's never been Intercontinental Champion. So we can continue the rivalry with AJ and Taker with the Intercontinental
Taker's
strap on
never
the
been
line.
Well, no, to be fair, he's never been U.S. He was never fucking.
It was never mid-card.
He was never
mid-card.
He was a hardcore champion for a bit.
Yeah,
everybody was. 24/7.
Are we gonna make it to next month, yo?
Like a living,
like
you
yeah,
mean?
as America?
Yeah. Are we gonna make it to our next
I hope so,
episode?
because next month is my fucking birthday.
So
August is fine.
So there have been a lot of earthquakes at Yellowstone.
A lot.
Rewind. COVID.
Murder
Officers killing
hornets.
Murder
That was a
hornets.
filler episode.
Cops
Yeah.
killing people. Earthquake. Me
Hurricane.
in the Gulf.
Asteroid.
Crystal ball.
Barely missing as a
Oh,
president.
I read that
That's
article.
not even close to
It's
it.
like
So-
1 million miles
So-
away, which
so
is
are we-
close.
yeah.
but
Are we
not-
making it to July? Are we gonna do
I
a
hope so.
preview for
I'd like
Fighter
to-
Fest?
I would like to be 33.
I want to see 40. I didn't think I could make it to 25 or 30 or 35. So if I make it to 40, I'm gonna drink a lot more.
Yeah,
Are we making it to July? Preview Fighter Fest?
If we make it to July, let's preview
Fighter
Friday.
Fest is gonna be 2 weeks.
Yes. Moxley against the Cage.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. So that's our next episode.
I
We're
should really
previewing
start
Fighter
watching
Fest.
AEW.
We're previewing both nights of Fighter Fest. There we go.
Fair.
I'm
Awesome.
down. I'm down.
May the force be with us all.
Oh.
Anything else?
No.
One more thing.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Circling back around to our HWR Fields trip.
Okay.
We sit here as 3 Latino men. And we said an awful lot about like Black Lives Matter and what's going on,
Yeah.
you know, riots and stuff like that. There was one thing that I saw trending around the interwebs that made me a little concerned, but also was a little true. And it was Black folk calling out Latino folk for saying that you guys aren't as good at allies as you think you are. And some of that kind of hit home, but some of that also made me be like, yeah, you're right. My grandma was racist as fuck.
Fuck yeah.
Like,
Was she Catholic?
I mean, not really, but
Okay, just
but
curious. Most of the Hispanics are most of the Catholic Hispanics are pretty racist.
2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, on the ride to school to work, on the ride to school, 97 minutes box. Quítese de negros.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But
Google translate that.
Yeah.
When we get a chance.
But
But-
it's
we
and
get it.
then
And again, we can't erase our history. We can't erase the way they were brought up, but we can.
Here's the point.
and then
We're not
Okay.
paying for the mistakes of our parents, our grandparents. What they did is what they did. We have the choice to
But
do
it's
what
what
we can
current-
do
and
to make
here's
it better.
where it comes today, because I figured I'm not like my grandma or my grandpa. I'm not
I'm
like
not
that.
like my parents.
I'm not right. But what we may be a little guilty of now, something I feel a little guilty of, is we've tried to, and maybe me more so than you two, we've tried to assimilate too much into privileged culture where we think we are part of the white community and we're just as privileged as them,
Hell no, Trump trying to get rid of us.
but we're not, but we pretend like we are.
Yeah.
And I can see sometimes where
I've always said you're the
that
whitest
happens.
Mexican I know.
That's true, though. That is true. So
I don't
it
eat menudo or mole, so
I
I'm
fucking
in that
hate
boat
menudo.
too.
may just be me.
No.
It may just
No,
be
it's a
me.
lot of us.
But
It's a lot of us.
Yeah, like it's like
how is this Mexican working in a fucking bank?
Yeah.
How do I have health benefits better than others? You know,
Yeah.
I feel you. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like we're in this weird spot where historically in the US, I know right now
we're laying in the cut right now.
Exactly. Right now, it's racist versus everybody. But traditionally, it's been black versus white with the Hispanics chilling with the tacos sitting in the back, watching y'all fight it out until one of y'all specifically comes to us.
Yeah, by not picking a side, we pick the side.
Yeah. And I just want to say, if that's something that I've ever done, I'm sorry. If that's something as a culture and a community Latinos have done, I'm sorry.
That's why I'm willing to take one for the black team if I have to.
Exactly. Me too, man. Like
I hate pulling this card. I hate pulling this card, but I got a lot of black friends.
No, I don't want to pull this card, but you can go back to our episodes of Apollo Crews and Bobby Lashley and how we need more and Kofi being a black champion.
I cried when Kofi Kingston won the fucking title.
Yeah.
I cried. Tears.
Put that up. That's on my resume. I deserve a seat in the back of the cookout. I know how to season my potato salad.
I'm busting tables at the cookout.
You know potato salad, Papa Rancheros.
Yeah, man.
So
I'll bring the booze.
Yeah.
How about that?
Hey, I love everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody love everybody. God fucking damn it.
I'm just tired of everybody just being ugly to everybody.
Fuck it. I'll go one step further. I'm just tired of everybody. I'm gonna keep social distancing and leave myself the fuck y'all the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Dude, no fucking shit. I've since the whole COVID thing's gone around, other than like a random solitude road trip where I didn't talk to nobody in Leaky, Texas, other than grocery shopping or laundry, I have not gone to concerts or bars or restaurants or nothing. I've been here. Last weekend, for the first time, risking it because I went to Memorial Park to do some laps. I went to Frank's on the way home, even though the signs on the freeway said downtown access was closed.
Oh, wow.
I went to Frank's. I ate there. I had a couple of slices of pie.
Frank's backyard or Frank's Pizza?
No, Frank's Pizza.
Okay.
And I'm watching the coverage on ABC of all the riots going on Saturday, and I'm thinking, damn, Houston got it good right now. Downtown's empty. There's no cyclists, no cars, no people walking. Nothing's on fire. It doesn't smell like Mexico. Nothing. Everything's cool. I walk out of Frank's to go to my car that I parked across the street where that Nico Nikos is.
Yeah.
And the protesters are walking down the street. Then the cops fully armed walking right behind them. And my car is right fucking there on that street they're walking. I was like,
your bright ass yellow sports car.
Yes, a bright yellow. Like, fuck.
You're telling me, dude, my wife on Friday had a girls' night with her job because it was all girls with it where she worked.
I had the one gay guy.
No, all girls.
Oh,
the gay guy.
I'm the gay guy.
Yeah.
She works at a cosmetics company. They were gonna have a girls' night in fucking downtown on Friday night. I was like, what's wrong with you? So a couple of the girls got there and they were like, "Hey, no."
Wait, like midtown downtown or downtown? Okay.
Downtown, I had it, and mind you, my wife doesn't drive, so I was gonna drive her in there. I was like, with 2 kids in the backseat. I'm like, but no, 2 girls got there and said, "Hey, man, she's already getting wild." They moved it back to where where they work, which is off whatever in West Ham area. Yeah, West Ham area. And even then, I had to drive 45 to 59 to get there. Dude, Friday night, my God. I drove past fucking downtown, 3 helicopters just like,
oh, shit.
Dude, like a fucking movie. I swear to God. I can't count how many times I've said that this year. I feel like I'm in a fucking movie.
What movie is this month?
Cloverfield. I don't fucking know.
So, I want you guys know me, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Yes. You know that. You know that about me.
Pretty bad one at that too, from what I've read.
But that's just my nature. But I really do want to be out there with the protests.
So
but
Scotty was out there yesterday.
He
bro.
was? Oh, yeah. Awesome. Good job, Scott. Scott. I got diabetes.
Drew McIntyre fan is he?
Yeah. I got diabetes. My wife has an autoimmune disease we're not sure exactly what it is yet, but it's probably ankylosing spondylitis. That's what the doctors think it is right now. So myself and my household is at a very, very, very high risk for COVID.
Yeah.
So Porsche had to like convince me to not go. Right? I was like, I want to go out there. She's like, no, you can't. If you catch COVID, you're at high risk. It's gonna be really, really bad. Don't go out. That's honestly the only thing that's holding me back from going out there to the protest myself as well.
Yeah.
Just the COVID. That being said, guys, you people that are brave enough to go out there, I respect you and I love you.
Salute.
Face mask,
goggles, sanitizer,
goggles,
gloves.
Cover up your tattoos so you don't get doxxed online for getting called out for being on these protests.
Yeah.
Look out for people shorter than you, and by that I mean children. There are people actually taking children to these protests.
Yeah, don't take kids, man. Don't take
do
kids.
That. I had a couple friends take their kids, and I'm like, I get the reason, but you know how it's going to turn.
And regardless of the smell of how long you've been out there, have some milk with you.
Yeah.
If you get pepper sprayed, that milk is going to help you be able to look again. Because if that pepper spray stays in your eyes long enough, it will fuck with your vision.
Stay away from the bait bricks.
Yeah.
Yes.
The big bricks that are being put out by cops to incite you guys. Stay away from that shit. Stay away from people that you think might be undercover cops.
I have a pretty cool brick oven that I made in my backyard.
Oh, Lord. Really? You made it?
No.
If possible, stick as close as you can with someone famous. If it's Art Acevedo, if it's fucking Deshaun Watson, they will not do crazy shit to those people. And if you're near them, they will not do that crazy shit to you.
The dude from Star Wars?
Yes.
Boga?
Oh,
Boyega?
John Boyega.
Boyega.
John Boyega.
Also, if you're like me and you can't go out there, you can still support. You can still help. I put up a Facebook post asking, hey, let's get a good list going of fucking black-owned businesses and restaurants. Bro, the Stuffed Potato Factory.
Oh, I live like
motherfucker. Dude, those boudin balls.
If you can wait in line long enough at the Breakfast Club.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to get into the Breakfast Club, yo.
And above all else, I cannot forget this and I cannot state this enough. How many times have I done this PSA on this podcast? Suicide hotline. You are not alone. It's a struggle that I live with every day still, regardless of how much alcohol or friends I have around me.
Yep.
Exhibit A and B and C. You are not alone.
We're worth $50, Arnold.
At least. Suicide hotline, suicide websites, fuck it. You will not be the first listener to have messaged us in our Facebook Messenger. Abel can vouch for that.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't.
Yeah.
We don't want to lose you. And that's all I got.
Just fucking love each other, guys.
That's all I got.
All right. Adios, my friends. Keep it classy and stay safe, you motherfuckers.
Yeah, because apparently my hurricane's going to finish whatever everybody else started. So
from what I hear, it's going to go more towards them.
Oh, come on, man.
They're getting the dirty
I'm the
side.
First guy here to preach we need blacks to succeed. And now I'm going to finish what Katrina started. That shit ain't right. That shit ain't right. And then Drew Brees will be like, I told y'all. Like, fuck you. Go Roughnecks.
Undefeated.
5-0, bitches. 5-0.
5 times. I was a bitch.
Robert, enjoyed listening. Love y'all.
Oh,
see you, Robert.
I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna take a shower.